Alright, it has been far too long. Time for some more Miles Reacts, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some paranormal files. We do have this week's Twin Paranormal and Paranormal Files, but we have to do last week's yet, and it's a long one. We were trying to do it last week, but we accidentally started the wrong video. We started one that was actually before our time, before we started doing these reactions, and it was one that we had actually seen before. It started having the same old feel, and then it's like, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, this thing's like over 2 years old. Shit. Dang it. So that's basically been erased. That's not going to go up. Although it had some very interesting evidence. They weren't sure on the history of the place, except for one murder. And that seemed to get a lot of attention when they brought things up from it. So that's interesting. Also, Papa Spooks got scratched. And I believe they had a medium who had a freak out. And also a ball got pushed, which is very rare with these guys. They do not fake that kind of stuff. So to have something actually move almost on command even, that's wild. But that's another story. That's another episode that we've never done. Let me know if you want us to do past episodes if there's a slowdown. But otherwise, this is last week's episode, and it's almost 4 hours long, which means I'm not going to have dinner until almost 8:30 at this point. So let's get this ball rolling so I can maybe possibly be hungry in time for an actual full dinner. We've been, besides also being sick and also having technical issues, we've also, besides busy work because of holidays and technical issues, we've also been sick the last couple days. We're still kind of on the mend. The stomach is willing to take food, but it's not willing to take the amount it's used to, so it's been kind of weird. Just kind of anxiously waiting for it to all fall back into normal place again and just get back on to being on normal mode. So here's knocking on wood that at least we'll be hungry enough for a full meal once we're done here. I am clipping the top of the screen. Hello. This is a rare occurrence. There we go. Now it should all be in place. Yes, seems to be so. I hit my ceiling. I don't hit the ceiling very often. So anyhow, let's see here. This one, the first one for today is Billie Creek, the demon of Billie Creek. It looks like it's an abandoned town, but it might also be one of those pieced together towns of other abandoned towns. So you never know what you're going to get in here. So we'll see what the actual history of this place is and what they think they got here. Because otherwise it looks like it's a small place, but this thing's 4 hours long. So either they got a lot of history or they got a lot of evidence, or maybe both. We'll see. We'll see what they can pad out for 4 hours. So here we go. Swap on over. Oh, that's already swapped over. And let's get this baby going.
What's going on that's paranormal?
Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Oh, wow, it really is a creek. This place is half run underwater already.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're at one of the most notorious haunted locations in the state of Indiana, Billie Creek Village.
Keep talking good, keep talking sweet, keep sugar rock, baby. I got you good, I got you sweet, got you on hold.
This entire town that we're standing in is fake. That is, it wasn't ever really a town. Every single building that you see here at Billie Creek was brought in here by the previous owners.
Gotcha.
And right here in the heart of Indiana, they've created their own ghost town.
Knows, baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about.
So join us this evening as we dive
Also
deep
love the
into this
typo negative
haunting
shirt.
unlike ever before. We're going to investigate multiple buildings here on the Billie Creek campus tonight, and based on the stories that we've already heard this evening, I think that we're in for a really big paranormal treat. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. We love you so much. My name's Colin Brown, and welcome to the Paranormal Files.
Boys keep showing up, don't you?
Guys,
Oh, yeah.
take a look at this.
Creek living up to its name, eh?
We're about to begin our investigation for the night. We got the car packed, and the thunderstorm is just rolling in. How creepy is this going to be? I love thunderstorms because they always add so much energy to an environment. And this looks on the radar to be an absolutely massive storm that's coming in, which sucks because we're supposed to investigate multiple buildings tonight and we have to like walk between them and it's muddy. I don't know. It definitely adds that kind of creep factor. There you go.
Freaking outdoors, the village we're going to tonight. It's pouring.
I know, of course, it's the very last day of our trip. We've filmed 4 investigations, and now in a row. We've done 4 nights in a row. So this will be our 5th video. It's always notoriously hard filming with rain, and this is like outdoors in a lot of buildings. So the biggest challenge is the last night.
This is it right here. It's the final push. Could have been just like 65, clear skies.
I know.
No, it's got to be 48 and drenching rain. And there's a bunch of Amish around here too, though. I don't know how they keep wet those. They get wet in those buggies. Oh, sorry.
See that lightning?
Kind of creepy though, really. You think like they've been trotting by all day.
Yeah.
The Amish, and it's like lightning even. I wonder what happens with those guys. There's like higher incidents, problems and stuff. But obviously they've been doing it for all these years, so they know what they're doing.
What a random thought.
Amish
lightning strikes.
Move on. Amish rule.
We definitely saved the most notorious for last. This is one of the most notoriously haunted and supposedly darkest places in Indiana.
Billie Creek, or do you say creek? What do you say?
Billie Creek.
It's Billie Creek. A lot of people say creek.
Billie Creek.
Billie Creek.
Billie, what do you say?
Yeah.
Let's put that online, everybody. Do you say crick or creek? Because he says crick. I know like some of Courtney's
It's
family
spelled
says
creek.
crick too, but Courtney and I and Connor,
My voice
we
going all
all
of a
say
sudden.
creek.
No, I say
It's spelled creek.
What'd you
It's
say?
creek.
Did I say creek? Nah, I say creek, man. Down by the creek? I don't know, wait a second. Where's he at? Down by the creek?
Ow, my
You
bayou.
know you say crick.
Maybe I do.
Oh, you do, buddy.
I do.
All right.
All right.
Let's take off.
Just to go.
There you go.
Sorry. Shit, I was supposed to turn there. I got so flustered. I almost hit an Amish person. Sorry.
There they go.
Damn, we're going that way too. I bet they're going to McDonald's.
Right when we said that,
Oh,
there's
at-
one of them.
They just have umbrellas. That's all they have. You think
Oh shit! Oh my god, lightning right when I just saw lightning above
I
them.
won't want to see an Amish expire right there.
No. Good luck, man.
Peace on, bro.
And good luck to you too, my friend.
Coming up, am I on the right road? No. This way?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Well, it's pouring. Look at it.
What the f? That has nothing to do with the
Well, it is
screen.
when you're looking for Amish coming out of nowhere. They came out of nowhere. You see them? It's like, they just zoomed up there.
I think you summoned them with that comment.
I think so.
That's funny.
Well, they've
as
been
hell.
trotting by all day.
Yeah,
Look,
I know. We could hear them in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Living in an Amish paradise.
All right, guys. So you saw that thunderstorm. It's not thunderstorming right now, but we still are under a tornado watch.
Till 8.
So yeah, we don't know if it's
Close.
coming back. It might be going away. We don't really know. But on tonight's episode, we are
Maybe the
visiting
eye of the
one of the most
storm.
notorious haunted locations in Indiana, Billie Creek. Sometimes, it's hard to get super excited about a paranormal location when you've investigated hundreds of them, but Billie Creek is a place that I'm definitely excited to check out. I mean, I've heard so many stories about this place. People always say Billie Creek is the most haunted place I've ever investigated. Stay away from the Civil War house. I'm sure we're going to hear stories of it. And people also say there's a demon here. The demon of Billie Creek. Will we come into contact with it tonight? Is it real? You have any thoughts?
It is our last one of this series.
Yep.
So it's been quite a trip. It's been a great trip. This is kind of a great way to end it.
Yep.
The rain stopped.
Thankfully.
It was just pouring, lightning, tornado watch was happening. Which, weirdly enough, last year when we were here, there was the tornado that hit right where we were investigating.
Yeah.
The Monroe Demon House.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird, but yeah, it's a beautiful night, and here it is actually.
Oh shit.
But
look at that sunset.
big.
It's actually
Oh
really,
no, it's really nice.
pretty all of a sudden. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta love
Look
a
at this.
good, spooky, old covered bridge.
Good old covered
right
bridges.
You know? Any
There's
reason
Billie
you're going
Creek.
2 miles an hour.
Well, I'm just looking. I'm looking, man.
You want to enjoy the bridge.
Oh, sorry.
I get it. Look at it.
No, I'm kind of looking around. There's so much to look
I
at.
know.
You know, look at it's over here, over here.
Well, there it is, man. Billie Creek.
Billie Creek.
You look up
What's
Haunted
your
Indiana.
number?
This is going to be the place that comes up.
Oh, man, this is this goat right there. Look at that. That is a wild goat. That they say, I got the story really quick. This goat escaped from a slaughterhouse,
Really?
right? And the story is it escaped through a window and ran all the way through the woods. And it ended up coming here finally. This is a famous goat in this area. And what it does, they have pygmy goats behind this building, and it jumps over the fences and goes into the pygmy pen about 80% of the time. 20 other percent, it goes over here and eats grass. It stays right here now. And it actually is a female, one of the pygmies, and that had a baby. So yeah, but it's like a famous goat locally where they take, like, Where's Waldo? Like, the people, they see it, they take pictures, and I think it has a Facebook page.
There he
But
is.
yeah, there he is.
That's cool.
famous
Good
goat.
for him.
Yeah.
He got out of the
He
slaughterhouse.
did. He freaking broke free, and he's
Wow.
living the great life right now.
Here we are,
Okay,
man.
So here's the general store.
Billie Creek.
Here it is. I'm gonna stop right here and take it all in.
Look at that, man.
General store.
Look at all these buildings, dude, that you can investigate.
You could just come here and stay for 5 days.
Yeah, you could film a
Just-
whole video in just
You
one
could just
little
do
thing.
one location, you know.
All right, guys, this is famous. Any final words?
I am not a devil worshiper, by the way. Since I had my other shirt on last night. This is not the place, by the way, guys, to wear a pentagram or a goat head, because no, I don't really have anything else. I'm just ready to go tonight.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, guys.
My name's Steve Chkeen. I'm the Director of Operations and the Business Manager for the Sanatorium Project, which owns the Indiana State Sanatorium, Stark Saloon, and Billie Creek Village. Billie Creek Village is a place in Park County. In the 60s, all of these buildings were scattered throughout the county, and the people of the county kind of got together and they said, you know, if we don't do something to keep these buildings around, we're going to lose a lot of our history. So they went into Indianapolis and got a grant from Eli Lilly, which is a pharmaceutical company, and they used that money to literally pick up all these iconic buildings and move them here. And they arranged them in this village, and then they started doing living history stuff here. The only structure that's original to this location is the covered bridge, the Billie Creek Bridge. It's on the public road. The other two bridges and all of the buildings were moved here in the 60s and early 70s. So the youngest building that I know was built in 1910. So the rest of the buildings are all older than that. Most of the buildings predate 1900. The oldest
over 100
standing
years old.
building in the county is here. It's the Beeson Cabin, which is at the end of this row, which we'll see in a few minutes. It was built in 1820. It's a very good example of the kind of a house a poorer person would live in. We also have the house that the 10th governor of Indiana grew up in, and that is kind of an example of what a kind of wealthier family lived in the 1800s. The most active building on the property, we call it the Civil War house because it was built during the Civil War era. It's had more paranormal activity than all the other buildings combined. We'll walk down and see that house in a little bit as well.
Awesome.
So this is the general store where we check in guests for all the different kinds of events that we run. We have a lot of kind of old-timey, like candies, and we sell about 100 different kinds of eclectic sodas. A lot of handmade stuff, handmade jewelry. One of the buildings on the property is an active blacksmith shop. I should probably
Gotta get
Is that you?
You gotta get my air guitar move for us.
Yeah.
I thought that.
So that is an alert on my phone that tells me that someone just drove past the cameras.
Oh.
Let me mute that for the rest of this video.
I thought that was either a
Mute
cat
till
or the door.
tomorrow. So a lot of things we sell in the store. We sell T-shirts to try to help raise money to fund the project. Handmade jewelry. We have a lady that makes bonnets, like Little House on the Prairie bonnets. We sell for a ridiculous amount of those. And that kind of stuff.
Sure.
If you look in there, you'll see later. I'm sure when you do some. There's a 150-year-old cash register in there, and a lot of interesting art and pictures of the property from the 60s and 70s and stuff like that.
Any paranormal in this building?
Nothing like specific. A lot of like footsteps and knocking, and it sounds like somebody's upstairs, but there's nobody upstairs because you know you're the only person in the building. That kind of a thing. Nothing specific like names or specific phenomena. Just more general kind of stuff like that. Any building that's
Something passing
120,
by,
130,
basically.
140 years old has a lot of people that lived there who are now deceased. And so I think the possibility for activity exists in a lot of these really old buildings. This particular general store has an apartment upstairs. And so for decades, you know, the family lived upstairs and they worked downstairs. So,
Cool.
all right.
I love this area.
Yeah.
Man, it's perfect that it stopped raining. Oh my God.
And you see the old-fashioned lampposts that are here.
Well, I was thinking of gas lights, you know.
So this is the doctor's office. There's no lights in this building. Well, there probably are. Lights.
Oh.
So we've got his degrees from, the 70s. This is the department called welfare. I think his degrees in here.
Here's his degree
Right here.
dental surgery. So he was an oral surgeon.
So this doctor also was the town dentist. And if you go over here, there's a tray full of human teeth. That's so interesting. There's some old x-rays. You can look through here.
So these are all relics from his actual practice?
Yes, that's my understanding. Like all these impression molds, those are the molds that he made.
That's so cool. Because
And
it's
then these are his chairs and some instruments around the table.
so interesting that all the original
Wow.
stuff.
The entire village, a lot of the buildings had the stuff in them and they were donated to the village to be kind of like a museum to preserve the history of Park County. It's nice to be able to have all these relics. Each building is just covered full of unique stuff, farming equipment that's 100 years old. We got apple presses and all kinds of stuff that we find at the barns. That, I grew up in Chicago. I don't even know what half these things are. I need to find somebody. I have to take a picture of it and ask them, do you know what this is? But kind of explain what it's used for.
Anything paranormal in here specifically?
I have not had any paranormal activity reported here. Probably because, as I mentioned before, what we call the Civil War House is so active. I would say 90% of our paranormal investigators that visit the site just go to that building. They don't even go into the rest of the buildings in the village. So if that building wasn't here and the rest of the village got investigated more heavily, I bet you there would be more activity. But honestly, like I said, the other building is so much more active that a lot of people don't even come in here to do an investigation. They come in here for the history and they look at, the old chairs and the teeth and stuff, but they don't really spend a lot of time here investigating. So,
Interesting.
usually in the front door, you can see we have a little bit of history about each building, where it came from, how it was donated here. And so this, give you a little bit of information, a little background stuff for what you're trying to relay. So the village was very popular in the 70s and 80s. 75,000 school children came here every year for field trips. Most of the people that I've met that live within 100 miles of here have very nostalgic feelings about the property because they came here as kids. In the 90s, early 2000s, it had been open for a while, and a lot of the people that were instrumental into founding the village and helping to run it started getting older. Some passed away, and the younger generation did not pick up the torch to keep the village going. It got to the point where they actually contemplated closing the village because they didn't have enough people to run it. And one of those gentlemen kind of took over running it like it was his own company. And he passed away about 15 years ago. And his son, who's older than me, kind of half-heartedly took it over. It really wasn't his passion, it was his dad's. And he's had for various reasons, he didn't really want to run it anymore. His kids wanted nothing to do with it and didn't really want to help keep it going. So he learned about our project that we're doing at the Indiana State Sanatorium. We restore old historic buildings to their original condition. And so he contacted us, and we kind of worked out a deal for us to come here and restore some of these buildings, start up some of the programs again. We have Civil War Days every year. This year, we're talking to a young lady that we're thinking about hiring. She's a school teacher and an administrator, and so we're looking to redo the school days, the field trips and
Nice.
stuff. The building that we're standing in front of right now is a neat building that we can't go in because it is the print shop. It has about 20 of the old style printers, and the floor has collapsed, so the building is not safe. This is going to be our project for this year to rebuild this building. We're going to pour a concrete pad in the back, move all the heavy equipment, put it on the concrete pad, rebuild the building and make it longer so it looks like it was twice as long as it is, and then fix the floor, and then move the lighter equipment back onto the wood floor, leave the heavy equipment on the cement floor, and then restore the building. So we're modernizing it a little bit. Obviously it'll have modern electricity, and we're going to repair the building, but we want to keep the old-timey look, and we want to have the presses which work. We want them to be able to be used.
Yeah.
That's part of our
That's
ongoing
awesome.
project here
Yeah.
at the Billie
Heck
Creek
yeah.
Village.
So you guys would actually print stuff using those presses?
Oh yeah, every year we
Yeah.
print like bookmarkers for the kids with today's date on it.
That's
With the
cool.
press that goes cha-chunk, cha-chunk, cha-chunk.
The actual press
Yeah.
from this.
Oh yeah. And they're all 100 and 120 years old.
That's so cool.
Individual letters.
Oh yeah, you have
blocks
to
that you put in there.
Right. Yep. And so every morning the guy who does the typesetting, he has to reset the dates because he has to take out the blocks and put in the new blocks. He puts the ink on the pads. And he's got he has a period costume where he has the shirt sleeves that have the cuffs, so he doesn't get his shirt sleeves into the ink, and he always ends up having ink on his fingers. It's really iconic, being here for that. All right, so this building, if you can see in there's a big mirror and a big bar. Those were donated from a local soda shop that was in town. This building had a bunch of different functions, but we have turned it into a coffee shop and a cafe to serve the people that come here to visit. And we're open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day, and then open longer on weekends where we have events. So all these efforts to try to generate enough revenue for us to continue to restore buildings, because we feel that preserving the history of the county and of these buildings is important enough that we're willing to put a lot of time and a lot of energy into that whole project. So this building is the youngest building on the property that I know of. It was built in 1910. It was originally a concession stand. We restored it and made it into a concession stand. So when we have big events here, you see these windows kind of lift up, and we have a crew that sells barbecue food out of here, and you can walk right up to the counter. So this opens up, it hooks up, and then you can place your order with them, and this little window opens so you can pass your food, so it keeps the bugs out in the summer.
Like jail. Through a little hole.
Yeah. It's better than jail because we let them out sometimes. And so, for example, I needed a chain for this. So I got this old antique chain that was in our blacksmith shop to function as the chain we need to hold the window.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the stuff,
Right.
even things like that, are being repurposed and reused for the restoration of the project. This building was in town. It was the local post office for a long time. It was the bank. And I believe, I'm not sure, but it was the telephone office, because we have some of that old-timey telephone equipment where you would call and talk to the operator and you say who you want to talk to, and then she'd pull the wire out and put it in the correct slot to connect you to the right person. We have that equipment, and I believe that it was in this building, but I'm not certain of that. So a lot of these buildings, existed as 2 or 3 different businesses before they then came here to be part of the village. But yeah, there are lights that look like candles. Sure. To try to preserve the ambiance.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So this is an example of a house that a poorer person or poor family would have lived in. See, it's just one room. There are stairs that go upstairs. There's a second floor to this building, but it's not safe for us to go in right now. It needs to be restored. You can see here where some of the boards are coming down. And when we do like Civil War reenactment and other events, we have volunteers that come in and use these looms, and they teach people how they used to work and how they made clothing and rugs.
The ceiling is so short.
Well, 200 years ago, this house was built in 1820. So 205 years ago, if you were a man and you were 5'6", you were considered tall.
Right.
It wasn't really until after World War II where food became more readily available where we started getting taller and thicker. It does.
You kind of looked at me when you said thicker.
But yeah, so coming in here, it's very, there's only 3 or 4 inches between my head and the ceiling. So.
That's crazy.
And I know quite a few people taller than me, so they would have a hard time being in here.
Hey, you're right up there.
It's an interesting kind of feeling here.
Yeah.
The lights.
And so some of this stuff is fake, obviously some of this food and this butter, it's not real. It's just like styrofoam that's painted to look like it. But it shows, as you look around, there's the hearth where they had their heat and their beds were upstairs, but like this was the extent of their house. This is like the size of my bathroom. But this is their entire house where an entire family lives, so.
Wow. I'm going to say you got a nice big bathroom.
Yeah. I actually met a guy a couple of months ago who came here, and he was like 90, and his grandparents used to live in this house, and he would come to visit them, and he would sleep in the beds upstairs, and so it was either his grandparents or his parents then donated this house to the village, and they had it picked up and moved here. So It was interesting talking to somebody who lived in this house. Like when he would come to visit his grandparents, he'd stay around for the summers kind of thing. So
Crazy.
Yeah, he told us that. And we were like, you actually lived in there? Yeah. He said, you saw that thing upstairs, where the beds were? And because upstairs, the ceiling's pretty tall because it's got a vaulted. It's got a pitched ceiling. And down here, it's really short. And he's like, but my dad was only 5'7", 5'8", so it didn't seem like such a low ceiling. But this gentleman was about as tall as I am, so.
Okay. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Good, it wouldn't
So
be
that's
a
very
problem,
interesting.
yeah.
So there's no lights over there, so it's not really worth walking to, but you can see. So this is called the Beeson Cabin. It was built by a local architect. I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Beeson. And he's also the same architect that designed that bridge. So that is called the Beeson Bridge. And there was a little more distance between them, but where they were originally built, this house and that bridge were not very far from each other. They were maybe a couple 100 feet more than they are now. So they both were donated and moved at the same time. This is St. Joseph's Catholic Church. This was a church that was in the town of Rockville. It was moved here. As you can see, it was made out of wood. And there's a plaque above the door. It was built in 1886 and served the congregation for 85 years. So that's minus 1471. So 1971, it was moved here. And they rebuilt the church out of brick. And so in the exact same spot is the current St. Joseph's Catholic Church, where I went to service this morning. So there's a statue of Joseph right outside the door, so don't startle yourself. People think it's a child. So this is the church where people worshipped in town for 85 years.
Any paranormal activity in here?
There has been some reported, nothing violent or anything like that, mostly benevolent spirits. Nothing very specific, nothing that's been repeated many times, just some contact.
There's definitely a vibe in here too.
Yeah.
And my question was, do you know what's up with the star window?
Yeah.
Is that a Catholic?
So I don't know the exact story, like why that's in this church, but I do know that that's a Masonic symbol from the Masons, because there's also in town on the square where the courthouse is.
Yeah.
At the top of the courthouse where the clocks are, there are the same Mason stars there. So I suspect that when the church was built in the 1880s, that the Masons helped build the church. And they put that in there as
Interesting.
kind of a reverence to them who helped build the church. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that's a Masonic symbol, and that there are other Masonic symbols in Rockville. So that would be my guess.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really see that.
Yeah. Are these the real stations of the cross? Oh, they are.
Yes, they
Came with it.
Yep, all 14 stations. And then these are the original pews from the church as well.
And the windows?
The windows, some of the windows, if you see, they're a little bit different. So some of them have been repaired over time. I think that the colored stained glass is all original. And if you look at this window, I don't know how well you can see the time. This one had the frostiness to it. I believe that this is an original. And then this one here, that has some frostiness on the top, but the clear glass at the bottom, the glass at the bottom was replaced. That's baby Jesus.
Oh, that's a baby Jesus?
Yeah. That's adult Jesus. So this is the tabernacle and the vestments, a lot of the stuff that was originally in the church. Yep. And these two little rooms are just, this is actually a confession. You can see the screen here where the priest would sit on the inside and you would sit in a chair outside. But other than that, there's just little storage areas. I'm sure that's where they kept the vestments when they were operational as a church and the missiles and stuff like that.
And you would come up here.
Yeah, to get that.
What's that shirt?
Well,
It says go to hell.
okay. It's just a t-shirt. It's a tattoo shirt.
So if he spontaneously combusts, I'm going to make sure I step back.
I told him earlier, that's
Fire extinguisher in my car.
Yeah, I told you that I was gonna implode. Probably walking out of church.
So the church is no longer consecrated because they don't do service here.
Yeah.
So you're probably fine to
Yeah.
not spontaneously combust.
Yes.
So I always wonder that. What's like, just curiosity, what's their kind of methodology for, is it like deconsecration? Is that what you'd call it?
So I don't know if it went through like a ceremony or something to deconsecrate the church, but I know since we don't, they don't perform sacraments here, they don't store blessed hosts here. So the church, I know that the church is not consecrated any longer. So I don't know if there's a deconsecration thing or if after a year of not there being service here that it just kind of defaults to being deconsecrated. I don't know the exact.
That's what I was wondering, because we've done so many churches and it's like,
I
they're
mean, I have a computer in my pocket. Yeah, you tell me the answer. In the Catholic Church, a church building is deconsecrated through a formal process involving a decree from the diocesan bishop, often followed by the removal of sacred items and potentially a rite of secularization to prepare it for non-religious use.
Wow, that's interesting.
So the Catholics have something for it.
Life before these little computers was very different. So
There's the answer.
my guess is that they moved the church here. The current priest at the time came over here and had that ceremony to deconsecrate the church. And then the bishop came and consecrated the new church that they built to have that be the church. And I'll bet you any money that they moved the church here and still held services here for the year or two that it took to build that church.
right.
I would bet money that that's how it works. And when we do Civil War reenactments here, we do church services in the church. It's just not a consecrated sacrament from a Catholic priest.
Interesting.
Because we have a gentleman who's a reenactor and he reenacts being a pastor from the Civil War era, and he comes in here and he does a Civil War style mass.
That's
But
cool.
most of these things are from the church.
Yeah, but they were
So as long as we're
sacrament. They were made not.
okay,
I'm fumbling over the words.
religious objects could no longer be religious.
I believe so. So I go to St. Joseph's Church in Rockville, and they have different statues. Okay. So I think when they moved this here, that they moved the statues with it because they wanted to preserve the church.
Gotcha.
Honestly, these Stations of the Cross, which you typically go through during Easter season, this is beautiful
Yeah, it still is.
compared to what they have in the current church. Because the ones they have in the current church are more modern. That's okay. They're more modern, But I think these are they're much more classical, and I think these are just gorgeous. But when they moved the church here, they moved these stations across. They moved the statue of Mary, the statue of Jesus, because they wanted to have the church preserved at this new museum that they were making of Billie Creek Village. Yeah, so if you
Again,
really,
they were
because
still
people walk in
using
here
it,
and
so
go,
they
wow,
want to keep that
cool,
stuff
look at the
there
church,
too.
and they leave. But if you really look at
While they're
it,
still
this
here.
is this is the baptismal font, I think. Yeah. Yep. This filled with holy water. This is where people were baptized. I'll bet you that many of the parishioners that I had church with this morning who were baptized at the church were baptized in this baptismal font. So this building is not really in bad shape, but when we do restore this building, I'm sure I'll go to the church, I'll talk to the pastor. He'll make an announcement at church saying, hey, at Billie Creek Village, they're going to restore the old church there. Yeah. And we'll get 10 or 15 or 100 volunteers to come and help with that process. So when we're repainting the outside of the building and repainting the inside here, that we'll have people from
They'll probably have a good
parish
number of hands
in
from the
town,
parish, yeah.
hopefully will come out and help us restore the building.
It's kind of interesting, the bar that acts as a support there.
Yeah, it keeps the building flowing like this.
Right, exactly.
Because I think the roof weighs a lot.
No.
And with the roof pushing down, it could cause the building to go like that. And that's what
It's interesting.
it prevents. There's a fire extinguisher right there.
Gotta be prepared, man.
All right, this is the one-room schoolhouse. This house, before we took over management of it, was known for being haunted. There was a picture in the local newspaper of the school from, maybe 15 feet farther back than you are now. And there was a little spectral figure in that window, like of a ghost of a child, maybe. And so it was known when it was open as a living history village that there were spirits of children in this church. So investigators have reported to me that they have gotten recordings of like giggling and like a ball bouncing on the ground, that kind of a thing in here. So this building is pretty paranormally active. The rope is not attached to the bell anymore because everybody would drive us nuts by pulling it. So this was one of the schools in the county with the big long chalkboard. A lot of the stuff in here, the desks were from the original school, from my understanding. But a lot of the books and things that are behind the desks were donated from families.
So who's the little
Yeah, the books in
ghost
particular
boy
would
that they saw
deteriorate
here?
quickly.
I don't know very many details of it. I don't know if they know the person's name, the ghost's name or not. There was a newspaper article that was like framed in here, and for some reason we took it down. I don't know why. And then a lot of this is chalk, and a lot of it is like stuff that looks like chalk. Does not paint.
I just got something in my throat in there. Yeah, I'm okay.
So again, here's a little bit about each building. Let's see if it says anything about the spirit.
What did you say just now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just have a little different feeling there. I don't know why. I got choked up and just dry. I don't, who knows? I don't know.
So this says history about the school. It doesn't say anything about that activity. Excuse me. According to the 1900 Park County census, there were 100 one-room schoolhouses like this. And in 1915, there were 68 remaining. So there were a lot more buildings than I realized, a lot more schools than I realized. Because if you think about it, only 30 or 40 kids at a time could be taught here, so they would need a whole bunch of
Oh, yeah.
schools scattered around. And when they have to walk to school, it can't be more than a couple miles from their house. Very much reminds me of Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. I can see that.
All right, this is the Baptist church. This is probably the building I know the least about. I know that it was a Baptist church. I know it came from the county. I'm not exactly sure where it came from.
Yeah, it was like a little eerie here.
I think maybe, part of that eeriness. So I kind of debunk stuff. This building is very eerie, but I think part of it is because the entire building is wallpapered
Right.
and it's not air conditioned in the summer or heated in the winter. And if you turn around, you can see some of the wallpaper starting to peel. And I think that the mustiness is the moisture that gets absorbed into the paper. So people come in here and they go, whoa, I'm getting a weird feeling in here. I think it's because they're breathing in 100-year-old moldy.
There goes your,
Yeah.
there goes the skepticism.
So like I said before, I've said before, a lot of weird things happen in places, but I think there are non-weird explanations for them.
Or at least some
And,
of it.
You know, a lot of people come in here and they say that they get a weird feeling in here, and just in my mind, it's, because there's no airflow, there's no air conditioning. The humidity in the summer just gets absorbed by this wallpaper. And that's what we're smelling, is the glue and the wallpaper that's just
And the sulfur from the demons.
sulfur from the demons do it too. That has a very distinct smell.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like
Said it a little bit.
the eeriness to me. I think is like the underlights,
Feel
and then the two doors. It's got kind of just like a strange,
Got a very
almost like
mausoleum
you
feel
probably
to
don't know
it.
what like the back
too.
rooms are. Do you know what that is?
Kind of.
You'd have to Google it, but it looks exactly like this. Just like these liminal spaces that are kind of like unending with the same like color tone. So people online.
Define the back rooms.
Get that here.
The back rooms are a fictional location originating from 2019 4chan, from a 2019 4chan thread. One of the best known examples of this liminal space aesthetic. The back rooms are usually portrayed as an impossibly large extra dimensional expanse of an empty room, accessed by exiting reality.
Like this. This is like what the pictures are of it. It kind of gives you like, I have no service, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the color tone of that
Yeah.
wall and the wallpaper. It's even got kind of like a similar
Yeah.
like texture.
Definitely.
Well, that wall is
Very similar.
a foot farther back than this wall, so it does look, it has like a dimension to it, you know. And this room has a pretty large back area, so these doors lead to back rooms, and then there's a little,
The back rooms?
the back rooms. Because they're not in the front of the building, they're in the back of the building. But that's like, and we have back there stored like 3 or 4 more pianos. A lot of the, this is where the switchboard is that we talked about. A lot of the printing presses, because there's no storage in that printing building. So a lot of it is stored in here. And then in the back, there's stairs that goes upstairs, and there's 2 little rooms, and we store like a lot of our Christmas decorations there and some other things that the village uses.
Cool.
Is that attendance board?
Is that what?
Is that original, the attendance board?
I believe so.
Kind Record attendance was 19.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
The attendance could have been 190 or something.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Sure.
Any stories of paranormal in here from people?
I have not had much activity reported here. Like I said, though, 90% of the people only go to the Civil War House and don't even go to the other buildings. So,
How about the Catholic Church? Did you ask?
Catholic Church, I have had reported activity, but it was always like peaceful and
Sure.
nothing specific or repeated.
Yeah.
But just a sense that someone's here or they're at peace, kind of thing.
My dad was Baptist. Was Catholic.
No.
Those did mix back in the
Yeah.
30s, 40s, I guess.
So I know there is an active Baptist church in Rockville. I have not gone to it. I assume, but I don't know, that this building was moved here, and on that same spot they built the current Baptist church. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Quite possibly.
I would think that the Baptist community in this town might hopefully be interested in coming to help restore this building. But again, this building isn't in bad shape.
Yeah.
And so we have other buildings that are much more dire, that need much more attention sooner. So this is farther down the list of buildings that need to be restored because it's not very, very bad shape.
What I strikes me like having, Baptist and Catholicism in my family is just kind of how the ritualistic part of the Catholic Church and all the symbols and so forth. And the baptism, it's like kind of like this, where they get up and they talk right there. And it's just
Yeah, I mean, there's no icons in here. There's very little
it's just
decoration.
much
There's no
more
statues.
plain. Yeah, much more plain. Again, not bad or good, It's an interesting contrast.
Yeah.
And it's even from back these days.
That was awesome observation.
Well, I'm cat my dad. It's a definitely unique feel here, you know? This whole
I told you, man.
I was back off the record. That was
Well, as we do things here in the village, this building tends to be kind of like a meeting space, whereas the Catholic Church tends to be like a ceremonial location. And I think it's just because of the iconic relics that are in each building.
all right.
Right.
There. Stay out the moors.
Scare yourself?
Yeah, look, I didn't notice who was right there.
So we call this the governor's house. Governor Joss Wright was the 10th governor of Indiana. He died in 1867. It says he was an attorney in Rockville from 1829 to 1849, governor of Indiana from 1849 to 1857. He was the minister of the United States to Prussia after that. And this monument was donated by the Park County Historical Society, and it was put right outside of his house. So this house was in town, from what I understand. And as we go in, we'll see, in my opinion, this is like a house that a rich person would have lived in as opposed to the Beeson cabin, which is kind of a house that a poorer person would have lived in. All right, let's head inside. So these were just donated from a local law office, these shelves with these books. So this is something that we added to this building. It seems like it fits in here pretty well. As you can see, here's a big bedroom full of antique furniture, antique quilts, carpets, pictures.
Are there any deaths in any of these buildings that you know of?
I believe the Civil War house had a few deaths in the house. I don't know of any other deaths in any of these buildings. But I know that, the governor died in 1867. So there are a lot of people that lived in these houses who are no longer alive. I don't know of a story of anybody dying in a specific buildings.
It's interesting with how haunted the whole area is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like, why? You know, kind of innocuous history on so many of these buildings.
Well, I think that the buildings have history, we just don't know what they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
Right.
They
lot
came
of these
in here
buildings
to
are
just
150 years
donate
old,
because they
but
still were
150
standing.
years ago,
Who
we didn't
knows
have
why
that.
they were
We
still
didn't have
standing?
computers in our pockets, and so we don't. I think that stuff wasn't, like, everyday stuff wasn't as recorded as it is today. You
Yeah.
can Google almost anything today and get the answer for it. But 100 years ago, like, they knew who the president was, and they knew when big world events happened. But the guy down the street who had a heart attack and died, like, that wasn't even really recorded, much less records that would have survived to today. So I think that the history is here. We just don't know what it is.
Would be creepy to see this thing floating around the dress. The classic woman in black.
And then there's a little sitting room, and then kitchen.
What about paranormal in here? You mentioned
This building has been pretty active. A lot of like EVP readings, cat balls moving, that kind of thing. Nothing that I know of that was like a specific phrase that's been repeated many times. I don't know of anything like that that's been repeated. But I would say if you take the Civil War house out of the picture, that this building and the one-room schoolhouse are probably the two most active buildings besides the Civil War house. So.
just mean like frequency of people or
Yeah, the people that have said, oh yeah, we had some activity there. And a lot of times if it's not like phenomenal, then they don't really get into many details. Some of the bigger groups that have, 8 or 10 members will split up at the beginning of the night, and like 2 people will go into each of these buildings and they'll spend an hour or 2. And then they all go down to the Civil War house. So those are, like, again, most of the groups don't even come in here. And so those groups say, oh yeah, we had some activity here, we had some activity here, but here's what's happening in the Civil War house. And that's where I have more details of like the same thing happening over and over. And it's a little bit of a bigger house. It's got like 6 or 7 rooms, and so it's easier to be in one room and hear something in the other side of the house that nobody else is. Whereas in these smaller, this building is bigger compared to the other ones. But a lot of the buildings are one room. And so you don't have to it sounds like somebody's walking around in the room next door because it's only a one room building. So, it's less likely to have that kind of a thing.
cool.
All right. All right, let's walk over to the livery barn. You see the barn
Yeah.
pretty well from where you're at? Okay. So this livery barn is a barn where they had horses as opposed to a dairy barn where they had cows. And this barn was moved here in the mid-70s. They took a large percentage of that grant money they got from Eli Lilly. The building was donated, but they had to disassemble it. They labeled it, moved it here, and then reassembled it. And in 1974, I think it was moved here. It cost $800,000 to move the building here after it was donated. This was a big addition to the property. And there has been some paranormal activity here. When it was open as a Living History Village, one of the volunteers here who still lives in town and has come down and introduced himself to us, we've met him many times. I asked him if he had any experiences here, and he said, well, one time about 30 years ago, one of the guests was in the bottom floor of the barn, and they heard someone in the hayloft. They said it was either a woman or a child that said, help me, over and over, repeated, very distressed. So he went up the stairs, looked around, didn't see anybody. He came and found this volunteer and said, I think there's somebody in the barn that needs help. So they both went in there, looked around, didn't see anybody. The volunteer didn't really think much of it. About 10 years later or so, the exact same thing happened. A different visitor was here. In the barn, they heard a woman or a child saying, help me, up in the hayloft. They went up, couldn't find anybody, came down, found the same volunteer. They went in and couldn't find anybody. And at that point, he was like, man, it happened like 10 years ago. This is kind of weird. It happened a third time, 10 or 12 years after that. So he went in, couldn't find a woman or child in the hayloft. And he said that he never stepped foot in that barn again. That was in, I think, around the year 2000. That's the third time that happened to him. And when he told me the story, I asked him if he would take me in there and show me where it happened, and he said no, he refused to go in. As someone who doesn't believe in ghosts, when a story like that is repeated over long periods of time from people that couldn't have known him, there's no way that second person knew that first person and said, hey, let's play a trick on the guy who works here. There's no way that could be possible. It's certainly not a third time, over 3 times over a 25-year span. So that really makes me wonder, I don't know that ghosts are real, but something is going on that's paranormal, that is not explainable.
And you guys have never had someone say they heard that?
I have not. And I really don't tell that story to too many people. I mean, I do it for interviews, but when I do a regular tour, I usually don't tell people that because I want someone to go in there. I want them to have that experience and come and tell me without the knowledge that that's happened before. Because if I say, hey, in there was a woman or child upstairs that said, help me, they're going to go in there and they go, oh man, we heard that. We heard that woman or child. But if they don't know that story at all, and then the next morning they tell me, hey, we were in that barn, we heard a woman or a child up in the hayloft saying, help me, without knowing that was a part of this history of the property, that really makes it telling.
Yeah.
But now you're going to put in your video and millions of people are going to see it, and now they're going to come here and find that out. So, I have no idea if that's even a thing. So
Maybe it'll happen to you, man.
yeah, maybe.
Guess you just got to spend some lonesome nights in the barn.
I've been in that barn plenty of times at night. I mean, but I'm working, I'm putting tools away. There could be a ghost up there calling for help, and I'm just oblivious to it, I'm not saying the ghosts don't exist. I'm just saying they don't talk to me. So
There's probably a major Steve plan amongst the spirits.
yeah.
Okay, wait, we're going to plan this. Wallop him.
No, I'm sure, especially at the sanatorium where I live. They're like, this dude never listens to us. We need to get together and make thunder and lightning happen so this guy will finally pay attention to us because he just walks right past. We tap on the shoulder, we make little noises, we whisper in his ear, and he doesn't even acknowledge us. He just ignores us. So I'm sure that if ghosts exist and they're there, that they're kind of mad at me that I just ignore them. So,
Well, Civil War House, is that it?
Civil War House is the last significant building on the property. So if you want to pan down there, there's one of those buildings is the blacksmith shop. Another building was a mill. Those buildings aren't paranormally active that I know of, and we use them. We've restored them, and they're part of the Living History Village. So it could be the cat. There's a little cat that lives on the property. We're also in town, so I mean, it certainly could be, right up the hill there are houses if somebody's outside.
I came from down there.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cat.
That could have been Lucy.
Yeah.
Well, should we drive over there?
Yeah, let's drive over there.
Yeah, we can pause.
They have to get in their cars to drive out to the Civil War house.
This building was moved here from about 8 miles away. I know the family that currently owns the farm. They're actually an Amish family, where the house was taken from, and he said part of the foundation is still there. Along here are some outbuildings. One is an outhouse, one is a milk house. I don't know that these buildings came from the same location. They could have come from completely different locations. And when they built this village, they said, oh, these buildings would look cool right here. So I don't know if they're, like I said, from the same location or relocated from a different place. Let's head over to the house. First I thought it was like kind of like a motel because there's so many doors right here.
Right.
Hello, raccoon. So the door's open. I usually say something in case there's an animal in here because I don't want to scare them. So.
That's not what you saw.
No. Well, I mean, one time it happened where a raccoon was like, so now we always yell, raccoon! And if they're in here, then they'll scamper, and then we know there's something in there. So this is one of the rooms. In this building, there are like 3 or 4 very strange dolls, which is kind of like, I've seen a lot of dolls like in the paranormal community, like freaky looking dolls. I don't think these were designed to be freaky looking. I think these were dolls that kids played with 100 years ago. But I think that they're freaky looking. Yeah. And they have eyes that move, so it seems like they follow you.
Gotta love that.
So that's part of the activity. People say the doll's eyes were following me. This is, I think, the only pie plate left in the house where they used to have like a pot place stove here and then it vented out through here. The rest have been covered up, I believe. So one reason why there's so many doors in the house, almost every room has at least two exits to outside. And I think the reason is because 100 years ago, 150 years ago, the number 1 cause of death was childbirth. But the number 2 cause of death was house fires because they only had fireplaces like this or pot-belly stoves to produce heat, and sometimes the sparks would go out and light the house on fire. So I believe that these doors existed as literally as like fire exits in case the house catches fire. So you'd be able to get out either to the side yard or the front yard.
Wow,
One way or another, you can get out of here instead of being trapped in the middle of the building.
So
And having to
people hear
smash
this
the window,
banging,
maybe.
but it's the floor bounces. Oh, sure. It just makes that noise. So again, people are like, man, we heard like somebody knocking on the windows. Well, if you just walk, you get that knocking on the window sound. So this room here, the floor was very bad. And so we're in the process of restoring it. We replaced all the joists. We put a modern underflooring, but then we're using old pine style boards to be the actual floor. So this room is not completed yet. So this house is very big. It's got a lot of individual smaller rooms. I'm sure that in 1865 or so that there were a dozen or 15 people that lived here. There are stairs that go upstairs. So, let's go upstairs first.
This is like huge.
It's deceptively big. But the beds, they lay the clothes out, and it looks like Invasion of Body Snatchers, where the bodies disappear and the clothes just laying on the bed. So I think that's freaky. The building definitely is freaky. It's made out of wood. It's 150 years old. So if somebody were downstairs right now, they would hear us walking around. There's a lot of old pictures. And then this door goes outside to that same porch where it seems like a motel. So it's a pretty big house. Some of the activity that's reported is the dolls. Like in a lot of the rooms, there's these dolls, which in and of themselves, I think are freaky. When you're downstairs, many people said they hear people walking around upstairs, even though they know there's nobody up here. And they're upstairs, they hear people walking around downstairs. Because like the cabinet that moved, they'll be up here and they'll hear the cabinet moving. So I don't know if walking up here is enough to shake the house to make the cabinet move or not. But those are a lot of the things I've heard. When you go downstairs, like they'll be in this room, right? And then they'll turn around and this door will be closed. So they'll be in here, they'll be talking, and then they'll be like, wait, we just came from that other room. And this door will be closed like this. Doors and cabinets and The bureau downstairs, I think, has little doors. Them opening and closing by themselves is reported to me very often that happens. There's a lot of negative energy in this house. So we had a situation. Do you want me to tell you like one specific situation that happened?
As
So the
many
airflow causing lots of
specifics-
things to move on its own. Yeah.
Specific-
All right. So this county does a covered bridge festival every October where we, for 10 days, pre-COVID, 1.5 to 2 million visitors visited the county during that 10-day period. So it's a huge thing here. Rockville is one of the centers. Billie Creek was one of the centers. And then a couple other cities where people come to see covered bridges, there's like tours you can go on to see as many bridges as you can. A lot of the towns have like hundreds of vendors and food vendors and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So we do tours at the Indiana State Sanatorium, and the volunteers who work for me are paranormal investigators. And so last year they said, hey, do you mind if we go and investigate the Civil War house at Billie Creek? To which, of course, I said yes, that was no problem. And so about 3 or 4 of them came down here, and they had an experience where one of the gentlemen is a medium, and he felt a presence kind of enter him, and he looked at one of the ladies he was with, and he didn't see her anymore. He saw a woman from 150 years ago. She was dressed in 150-year-old clothing, completely different hair color, eye color,
okay.
facial features, all that kind of stuff. At the same time, that woman felt a presence enter her, and the guy took a completely different appearance. And so after being there for a couple of hours, asking questions, trying to contact these spirits, they figured out that the 2 people were from the Civil War era and that they were lovers, married, boyfriend, girlfriend, something like that. So they came back the next day and they told me, oh man, this is what happened to us. So like, can we go back tonight? And I was like, yeah, I don't care if you go back tonight. So they went back the next night. They brought a couple more people with them, a couple more investigators. A different lady felt the presence enter her, and these 2 people looked at her and saw a woman who was a slave, a black woman. And what they had figured out through hours of investigating, the woman, the original woman, was married to a guy who was a slave owner. And the slave was her best friend. And that they worked together to kill her husband because she was in love with this other guy. So it became this whole like soap opera almost of spirits. And they were like trying to communicate what happened through the people, the investigators. So they came back, I think 4 nights in a row, and they just, every morning, they had more details about the story that was getting more and more elaborate, the method that they used to kill the husband, how long the woman and the new guy, I don't know if they got married or not, how long they were together. He wasn't a slave owner, so then they started like freeing their slaves, her friend first, and it became this huge, long, complicated story of things that happened here. So then there was kind of a weird situation where one of the people who was here was a young adult, 19, 20. And his ex-girlfriend was another one of the people that was here. And he got like really upset that she was here. And so some of the investigators thought that maybe it wasn't like as identified as the others, but maybe the spirit of the husband who was murdered was in that guy. And so that's why that guy like uncharacteristically was very angry at the ex. I don't know, it became this very convoluted story about spirits entering people and the people actually seeing their friends in a completely different light and seeing them as different people.
Basically getting possessed.
Sort of. More than like a spirit attaching themselves to a person. Because I don't know that like that spirit, like if you go somewhere and the spirit attaches itself to you, I haven't heard people explain it in such a way that they saw through that spirit's eyes. But in this situation, it did seem like that. So probably more of a possession than just a spirit entering someone's body.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So at least 3 people had repeated experiences, night after night after night of the spirit entering them and them seeing each other as their spirits. Possibly the 4th with that jealous ex-boyfriend.
It's crazy. And why do you say there's like negative energy in here? Because I've heard from a lot of people that it's like really scary in here. Like, almost everybody I've talked to is like the Civil War house is like freaky,
Yeah.
you know?
Because doors close and open right in front of you. a lot of like just a heavy feeling, like something must have happened here, and whatever is here doesn't want us to be here, is kind of the general explanation of what people have reported back to me. But just that they felt like a heaviness, that we weren't welcome, that they wanted us to get out of here, kind of a thing. And the building, as we walk through, it's like 6 or 7 pretty good sized rooms. And so even if you have a team of 6 or 8 or 10, there's usually a room or two that doesn't have anybody in it. And they always report hearing stuff in rooms that they know don't have any of their teammates in it. So.
And what about, I mean, I guess you can walk downstairs and you can finish out, but I want you to tell that story about that employee or the employees that wouldn't clean the
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
But you want to tell it downstairs?
Yeah, we can change that to background.
Yeah. Let's go to the kitchen. So in the 70s and 80s, when this was a living history village, this was the kitchen, and they on Sundays made chicken and dumplings dinner. So you could come out here and you pay a couple bucks, whatever, to get a meal cooked in the way that food was cooked 150 years ago. And there was a group of ladies that worked here, and they were the chicken and dumplings ladies. And I met a bunch of them when we took over managing the property a couple of years ago. And they came up and said, "Oh yeah, we used to work in some warehouse for the chicken and dumplings ladies." I said, "Have you had any experiences?" And one lady said, "Well, I don't believe in ghosts, but that place is so haunted that we wouldn't go there after dark." And I was like, "You don't believe in ghosts?" She's like, "No, I don't believe in ghosts. But that place was, things would happen." And this is the room where like the cupboard doors would open and close, and just general, like the building's closed, the ladies are here to clean up. They hear people walking around upstairs. They go up there, "Hey, you know, we're closed, you're not supposed to be up here." There's somebody up there. They come down, they hear people walking around upstairs. They hear doors opening and closing upstairs. So they told the owners they were gonna clean up until it started getting dark, and then they were done. And if they weren't done cleaning up, they'd have to clean up tomorrow because they didn't want to be in this building after dark. So I believe it was like 2004, maybe 2006, the management hired a paranormal investigation team to come here and do an investigation on this house. And they reported all of the activity that they found, and he paid them an exorbitant amount of money, like $5,000 or something, to come out here and do an investigation. I believe that he then asked them to like excise the house, to remove the ghosts, so that they could use the building without the staff being freaked out. And I believe that the investigation team did not then try to do like an exorcism, because they weren't. That's not what they did. They mostly just did investigations. So I know a report exists. I know we have it. I have not read the report yet. The manager of Billie Creek Village for us has that report. And I would like to get my hands on it and read it just to see like what activity was recorded in 2004 when the facility was open and running. You know, what kind of stuff happened in this building that was so intense that it caused the employees to convince the owner to hire a team to come out here and do an investigation. So.
Seriously, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Paying for ghost hunters to come.
Yeah.
Like you never hear that.
That's how it was 20 years ago. We paid you guys to come out here, and now you pay us to come out here. So it's very different.
Things have changed over the last 20 years.
So you guys are going to have an interesting investigation, because I don't know if you can see on camera, but I just saw a bolt of lightning flash through that window. I can hear the thunder still rolling overhead. And so
Oh my god, that's gonna be
you guys are going to be here by yourselves.
All
got
right,
my phone
boys,
number,
get ready.
and you
Brace
need to run for
yourselves.
cover,
Hold your
or you need
butts.
help, or Colin gets lost and you can't find him, just give me a call and I'll come out and help you best I can. So, all right?
All right.
Gotta ask you one more time, man.
Sure.
You think Billie Creek's haunted?
I think that if ghosts exist, that something's going on in this building that we're in. I don't know if the rest of the village is haunted. You know, a lot of things I've heard have been non-specific, but this building I've heard repeatedly the same kinds of things. Honestly, I really don't think it's haunted. I think that people let a 150-year-old building get in their heads, and I think that people freak themselves out. You know, when we were walking into another room, the floor's a little bouncy and the cabinets rattle. So I've had people that said, we heard somebody knocking on the glass window and it scared the crap out of us because we looked and there was nobody there. Maybe you were walking in the other room and that cabinet that's made out of glass rattled. So honestly, I don't think that this Billie Creek is haunted because I don't think ghosts exist.
So would you spend a whole night here alone
In this building?
in the dark? No flashlight?
Yes, I would.
Oh, the hesitation.
Yes, I will. No, I'm thinking about it. I would, because I would immediately fall asleep, and I would sleep through the night. I usually get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
This
I
guy
work
is so
physically hard
nonchalant.
all day long. Come 9, 10 o'clock at night,
Just
it
be out
doesn't
and
matter
done.
where I'm at. I'm going to bed. So would I spend the whole night here? Sure. I'd lay in one of those beds, and I would sleep through the night.
Yeah, till the little doll comes tapped in
Yeah.
over in the middle of the night.
Well, I would look over and the little dog's looking at me, like so. I'm not saying it wouldn't be freaky, but I wouldn't have a problem being in these buildings. I mean, I am in these buildings at night a lot. I don't have experiences here.
I think Greg's got to get a new tour guide. If they're still on Paranormal.
Honest to God,
That's the
the fact that I'm not a believer, everyone tries to convince me. It's like a challenge. Oh, you don't believe? Well, look at this picture I have. You see this shadow over here? See, that's a face. I look
Right.
at it and I'm like, the whole screen is black. Yeah, but if you look right here, that looks like
yeah.
a person. And that right there looks like a face.
Yeah.
And they really, it is like a challenge to them to convince me that ghosts are real. So I could just say, oh yeah, this place is haunted and there's a spirit here named Jimmy and he lost his dog. And I mean, you could say that kind of stuff,
But it's not real.
but I don't believe it's real.
Yeah.
And
Well, this is your experience.
yeah, my experience, and I'm the first one to say, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not saying ghosts don't exist. I very much believe that they could exist. I just haven't had an experience that the only explanation is that it was a ghost. So, working in these haunted places, these abandoned 150-year-old buildings, the sanatorium's been abandoned for 15 years. Creepy things happen all the time. And I'm not saying they don't, but I'm not convinced that ghosts are the reasons that all these things are happening. But that being said, at the Livery Barn, 3 times over a 25-year period, the same exact thing happened. I've got 2 more examples at the sanatorium where the exact same thing in the exact same place has been reported to me multiple times. So there's something going on. Maybe I believe like 10% that ghosts exist now. Because having been here for 4 years and doing tours almost every night, when stuff gets reported back to me from people that couldn't have known that happened, Like again, I told you guys some of the stories, and so now a lot of people are gonna hear it when they watch your videos. But doing a tour for regular people, and I don't tell them the story, but then they tell me what they experienced, and there's gotta be something to that.
100%.
I don't know if it's a ghost. I don't know if it's like an echo. I mean, because I've heard a theory that there's no such thing as ghost, but there are dimensional like wormholes that happen, and that it sends echoes through time. So maybe somebody was in the Livery Barn and that needed help, and a woman was there and she cried, "Help, help!" And some sort of, maybe there's a nexus of the longitude and latitudinal lines. It's a ley line that caused that plead for help every few years to echo through time that somebody hears it. Could it be that happened and an alien spaceship recorded it and they're playing a joke on us by replaying it every 5 years? Who knows? It's unexplainable. I think that's what paranormal means. It's unexplainable.
Where do you get your weed from?
All right, everybody. So it's about 11 o'clock at night here in Indiana. On and off thunderstorms all day. You saw that footage earlier. Then it cleared up. Then thunder came back. It's kind of just brewing in the area still. I don't know if it's going to continue to storm or what, but we have a long night ahead of us. I've personally wanted to visit Billie Creek for a long time. I know a lot of you guys have commented that we should come here, so it's great that we're actually finally here, able to do this. And some of these buildings already feel heavy. Earlier during those interviews, you can't interject and say like, oh, I feel something here. But there are definitely buildings that do feel a little spookier than others. So tonight we're gonna start here at the governor's house with Papa Spooks, Jeff and I together investigating. Then we're gonna split up. He's gonna take the old schoolhouse, which is known to be one of the most haunted buildings here on the campus. And I'm gonna take the old Catholic church because I don't know, I had a weird connection with the building earlier in the day. And then towards the end, we're gonna go, obviously, thoroughly investigate the most notorious building here the Civil War house. It's officially our last video of the trip.
It is. It's 5 nights out of 6 we investigate in a row. This is it. Kind of slaved the granddaddy for them all here. But actually, all of our episodes from this trip have been phenomenal. But this one, again, has all these different buildings, like Colin, you were saying. Catholic Church, Baptist Church, Governor's House, Schoolhouse, and so forth. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I actually felt, as you see, I don't know if you see in the interview, but the schoolhouse kind of really like something got to my throat and I didn't feel well in there. So that's why Colin's sticking me there. So otherwise I grew up Catholic and it wouldn't make sense I'd be in the Catholic Church, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's like Steve and Greg, the owner, they've been so nice to us and all these places. And it's just finally we got to Billie Creek and I'm ready to go once again. I think we're going to have a great night. It's been just every night's been a banger.
All right, man. Well, first up, the Governor's house. So we've already got some stuff set up
Alrighty,
in
let's
there.
see what they get.
Ready to head in?
I'm ready.
All right.
You're kind of dark. Okay, we're setting up. We haven't had the REM pods go off at all on this trip. That one was just going off.
Interesting.
Can you go ahead and touch that red light for us? Like you were doing? Weird. This whole trip. Of course. Now it goes off. Okay.
All right, guys. So, like I said, we're starting right now in the Governor's Mansion, and we're trying to do things a little bit differently tonight. So this evening, we're going to begin with an SOS.
Look at.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Yep. Yes.
if you're in there, can you make a noise?
Right off. Oh. Look at right off the
Weird.
bat. Right off the bat. You want to get in the bed? Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Get up on the bed for us, please. Then you're welcome to get up on the bed.
What does that mean, though?
I don't
think someone died.
Look
right
at
here?
that on the floor,
Did you die right here in this spot?
right in front of us. It's right here.
Introduce ourselves.
Yeah,
Always
okay.
people close route.
Okay.
To anybody here and to who we're seeing right there on the ground, we're just here to talk. My name is Colin.
My name is Jeff.
So, oh, you hear that?
Yeah.
My life wasn't easy.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
We just want to hear your story. My life was amazing.
Wow. Look how long, stretched out. Did you pass away here? You're laying on the ground.
Yeah, again, I don't know how much to believe in these things.
I'm sorry if you did, but could you ring the bell behind me?
These digital camera
If that's
things can
what-
find almost any kind of weird pattern to make a human out of, it seems like.
Look, it's gotten way closer to you.
I know, it's right below us here. It's like,
Can you please tell us your name? Who is this?
it was up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, there's...
Should also note that my
This is
my
so
allergies,
long.
I've been having weird things,
You know?
including a really sore neck, and
Never had
it.
SLS.
I've got a heating pad on my neck right now.
Can you try to tell us who you are, like your name or how you died? We want to know who's in here.
Right here in front of us.
Tyler. There's a knock over there too.
Look at it. This thing is really spreading out. Tyler,
I'm touching your leg.
that's what it said?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No, it's down at your leg.
Right down here. Look at how low my device is down here.
All right,
Tyler.
Tyler, if you're right here, can you tell us, did you die a natural death? If you did, ring that bell once or tap one of our devices. That blue light, maybe say the word yes. If not, tap that bell twice over there.
Tyler, how did you pass away? Can you tell us? Colin has a device that you can say how you did, how you passed.
Wait and see.
No? Did that say no? Did you die a natural death? No, on this device, and it rang the bell twice.
Oh my gosh, it did.
Think about it.
Okay, yeah.
So both the bell and this device
Double no. Yeah.
branch.
I'm moving a little bit. Oh, branch. Okay. Well, is that branch like a tree, or is it? There's name branch as well.
Okay, Tyler, this might be a bit of a tough question, but were you murdered? You can ring that bell once for yes, once again. Or just say the word yes, even make a knock like this.
Yes.
Oh. So real quickly, I don't understand. Is like, people are saying it's going to map out. Oh, that's mapping out the bottle or the bed frame. This is on the floor.
Yeah, it's right here.
It's on the floor of the door.
Yeah, again, it's weird that it's
Tyler,
mapping
can you
out anything.
maybe get up for me?
Like I said, these
Can
things
you
feel like
stand
they
up?
can map out a human form out of anything.
I think
these
it's
days
picking up
lately.
like a residual, like,
I have no idea what's going on.
dead body, dude.
That seems very strange and
I got to step back a little bit. I'm like,
Very
give it
weird.
some room. It's like,
I mean, it's confirmed they were murdered.
look at it. It just straddles the door here. Can you come out of the door? Oh, it's gone.
Drowned.
Oh, it's gone.
Drowned.
It's gone. Oh, what the hell? Wow, drowned. Tyler. It sounds like it's you, Tyler. I gotta.
It is weird, though. Tyler drowned. Billie Creek. Isn't the creek right there?
Yeah, right here. Yeah, and it's like 6 times the height right now.
I mean, it's literally right behind us.
Right. Yep.
So,
Wow.
Tyler, can you tell us, did somebody drown you?
Okay, well that's established. Tyler, did you
That's a
live
good
in this
response,
house? Ring the bell once if you did, and you can say it on that device too. Just say yes, or let us know if you did. Any way you want. Knock on the wood. Oh, okay. I have to look at
who did.
Tyler in a governor's house.
Hurt.
Hurt. Oh. Gosh, we're sorry if that happened to you. It looks like you showed up for me in this room.
Should we step in there?
Yeah, we're gonna come in. We're gonna come in.
Did somebody drown you? Yes.
Okay, that's us. I'm setting that on.
Tyler, if you're here... Scream. I heard a scream. If you're here, Tyler, can you make some sort of a noise? Or show us that you're here?
Quick, come over here. Look at this. It's on top of this black. Oh, I got it though. It was on top of the black dress.
Interesting.
Figure was on top of there. Can you come back? I saw you standing on top of that black dress.
Can you tell us when you lived in this house?
There's definitely people in here.
2005.
What?
Wow.
When you lived here, 2005.
Weird.
Dude, come up here. I got it on the bed now. Again. Look at Tyler, is that you? Oh. Okay, that's the third figure in this room. This is... There's yeah. Okay, got another. Here it is. He's back. On the bed again. Standing up. Tyler.
Right when that disappeared, it rang over there.
Do you think we'd want to go? Okay, we know that there's a lot of spirits in this room. Do you think they're going out there?
Let's check.
I mean, could we see? We're going to come out and try to talk to you out here. You are out here.
Did
Oh,
it freeze
it
on?
froze. It's frozen again. Wait up. Let's see if it comes back.
Oh.
Okay. Is that pointing towards us?
Interesting. Yeah. A little bit interesting.
So what's happening, unfortunately, is look at it's going now, but then it freezes again. I don't know why it's been.
Show the front of it so people can see.
Yeah.
Look at it. It keeps completely
See?
shorting.
See the emblem? That should be on solid. Okay, is that what maybe you guys are doing to it? Yeah. So we're gonna
we've already established, man, all the activity of this right out of the gate. So we're going to put this away and move on because it's done.
Yeah. So we know that Tyler's here. Is there anybody else here? This said, Holly, danger, she will harm you.
Well, you know, Tyler, right? It sounded like, right? Unnatural death and then drowned, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what if it was like that woman? What if, like, I could see us drowning someone in a bathtub?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily the creek even, but could be something like that.
She will harm you. Is there anybody else here?
There is. Yeah. Who else is here? Can you let us know who else is here? Can you tell us your name, please?
What is this? What is the name of the other person that's here?
What was the woman's name? Holly or Molly? Holly. Oh, okay, Holly. Oh, there you go.
Out.
Out.
She will harm you. Out.
Oh, okay. I think we're okay. I think we're onto something with that.
It's really weird because a lot of people say this place has like really negative energy. And he even said it. There's a lot of negativity. Like, why?
True.
She will harm you?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get us back in there.
Ethan? Ethan?
What's the name of the other person who's really? Ethan trying.
What's the name of what?
No, we said, what's the name of the other person that's here that I said before?
Oh, yeah.
Will you talk to us?
Right.
So this app...
Emily.
She will hurt you. This app basically listens to the audio and it uses AI mixed with like EVP recording to generate responses. It's a new app that is giving us some really cool stuff. What's the name of the other person? Ethan trying Emily.
I think they want us to come back out of that room. You want us to come back out there?
From the pit.
Okay. Okay, that's only the second REM pod hit
Of the whole trip.
whole trip. And we had one out there in the corner right away, and this one.
And I was moving my hand, but look,
We never.
it's not us.
They want us to come back out here. But they,
Even with my phone.
right. No. You gotta get really close. You're way over here.
From the pit? Like of hell?
So, since you rang or touched this, I got close to this device. Can you do it one more time for us, please? Really let us know you're here. Come up and touch this black device here with that silver thing standing up. Come on, you can do it, please. I'm gonna go back out there. What do you think? Oh, wait a second. Thought that the K2 behind you was
Albert. There's a lot of people here. All right.
okay. We're gonna come back.
What do you mean from the pit?
Is that off?
Interesting.
This is sacred land.
So,
Why is it sacred? What's the reason it's
so It's
sacred?
negative spirits want to. Again, it's hard to explain some of those footprints.
What's that? It's like a light flashing in the corner.
When we came back in here, the bell stops too.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean from the pit? Attack? Is something going to attack us tonight?
They call that bell was going off.
I know. It wanted us right in here.
Yeah. Okay, we came back in.
Also, the yes/no machine was going off and answering. There was like a ton of responses. The bell, the yes/no, and none of them have answered. I worked at the mines.
Well, I mean, the pit definitely would be associated with the coal mine.
Right?
Okay. When you say you worked at the mines or in the pit, who? What's your name?
Yes.
Just say yes.
Is something going to attack us tonight? Yes.
Yes. That was something you asked a question in there.
What is going to attack us?
Man, we had just like out of the gate, all the figures. REM pod, the bell. I mean, it's like it's.
What was that?
I heard
There's
a,
like
a gunk, gunk. I heard a little.
A little something too, yeah.
I mean, it's like it's.
What was that?
I mean, it's like it's.
What was that?
I mean, it's like it's.
What was that?
Can you come in the room here, please? Join us in the room again, please.
Said I screamed right after we heard that.
I screamed.
And then what's going to attack us? Entity.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you follow up with it.
What kind of entity is going to attack us?
Again, so quiet after we had all this activity going on.
Can you come in the room, please, and join us again? We'd really like to have you with us. Communicate with us. Show us you're here.
Oh!
What is it?
What kind of entity is going to attack us? Dark, and the watch said demon.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we've really had a trip here with, demon issue. Oh, over here.
If you're over on that couch, that fainting couch, can you touch that red light for me, please? Just touch it.
What is this entity that's going to attack us going to do?
My camera battery's on 1%. Wow, really?
Been here 500 years.
Well,
Dark entity.
that would be a dark entity.
Sacred land.
That, yeah, to me it's associated with the land again.
Think about it. This was a completely undeveloped area before they built this village on top of it.
For sure.
It was just empty land, and then they brought all these buildings and construction here, and all these different spirits and energies from different parts of Indiana. All right, so I got a new battery. Still hasn't answered. What is this thing going to do to us? We get threatened all the time, and we've heard that there's something that doesn't like people around here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this thing? Because Tyler seemed to be pretty chill.
Really? That and those devices have if those bring in there? Okay. Like F-U-C-K.
What's it gonna do to us? It's gonna bust.
Yeah.
What's it going to do to us? That's pretty weird, though. It says, what are you gonna do to us, Gus? I like that.
Cover your ears, kids. It's a weird... Harm. Oh my gosh. Like violently,
That doesn't sound too appealing to me. I'm really not inviting you at all to do that to me or Colin. Why are you so angry at us? Do you know who we are?
keep hearing like cold draft. Dude, right here.
It's so freaky because it lured us in here with the damn bell
Yeah.
and then completely silent.
Why did you bring us here?
Star.
Huh?
Star. The star in the Catholic Church.
Oh shit, true.
Might be like a place
Possibly a
for
link
you.
there, yeah.
Because you asked about the star, and that's where you're going to go.
I know. How is it going to harm us?
It's just here, like a crimson of a paper over here. It seems like something or someone is over in the corner on the fainting couch. Can you make a noise from over there or hit that red light, please?
No. What the hell? The moment that...
And it hasn't said anything.
Pain. Oh, it's going to harm us by causing pain?
Why not? Are you afraid to do it? Are you afraid of the red light?
I feel a weird energy just coming.
I think I felt like dead space before. And now I feel like I'm feeling something now, like heavier in my arms. I feel different.
Like a electric static. Said fulfillment. Like it's going to enjoy.
Do you hear the clicking?
I think that's a flagpole.
Oh, okay. Again, is something over in the corner over here?
What is it physically going to do to harm us?
Sounds like it's inside, though.
I know. Can you try respond to this? What the hell was that?
Some kind of a cry, a long extended cry, like.
Choke. Oh, it's gonna choke us?
Really? Oh my God.
Out of terror.
Okay, so I mean, look at all those responses. I mean, all.
Choke! You earlier couldn't breathe in the school.
Oh my gosh, okay.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You okay?
All right. I just got something in my throat in there. Yeah, I'm okay.
What'd you say just now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just have a little different feeling there. I don't know why. Got choked up and just dry. Who knows? I don't know. That's on camera.
And it's weird because it actually said choke, but it didn't show up. It says terror.
Oh, interesting.
But it actually said... Oh, dude, I got goosebumps all of a sudden. Ugh. And secrets surrounding my death? Tyler, are you still here?
What the? Yeah, there's a movement. I actually don't feel very good in this room. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, ugh. I feel kind of weak.
What building is this evil thing in right now? The school, the church, the general store, or somewhere else?
Oh, there's a knock. Back over here.
I think the storm's coming in.
Maybe. It's like The Shining or something.
I know. It's almost like Tyler is like here and he's dead. Was murdered, or seems like killed.
Yeah.
And he's like been warning us about where this thing is and like what it's gonna do. see me.
Where are you?
School.
Oh, it's me again. Colin,
It's you.
I'm going to the school. We're splitting up. Colin's going to the Catholic Church. I'm going to school. Star for you
School and choke.
and choke with me. That's creepy, man. Why don't you like us?
It's a little creepy.
It is creepy. Can you tell us why you don't like us?
See those blinking lights over there. What was that?
Yeah. Stupid flagpole.
Afraid. Why don't you like us? Afraid?
You're afraid of us? Can you tell us yes or no? Are you afraid of us?
Darkness.
Okay.
Or maybe it knows that we're good, positive energies. He could be saying it doesn't like you because it's like the darkness. You guys are like good energy. Or we have strong energies too, both of us.
Yeah, I still wonder about Tyler, though, you know. And drowning.
No.
Okay.
Are you afraid of us? No.
Yeah, that's, remember, I asked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Why don't you like us? Afraid?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of us? No.
Are we a threat to you? Do you feel threatened by us?
Oh, that was loud.
Bang back in this room. That was loud. Holy crap.
No.
Dude, maybe a door came open or something in there.
Do you feel threatened by us?
No. Well, not afraid. Not threatened.
Are you back there?
That was really loud.
No.
You feel threatened by us twice? No.
Okay.
Who just made that sound in the other room?
Creepy out here. I'm walking around you. Oh my gosh.
Emily.
Emily! It said that in the
Yeah,
other room.
Emily in there.
So this app,
Emily.
Emily, she will hurt you.
Interesting.
What's the name of the other person? Ethan trying Emily.
So,
Dude, and remember it said she will harm you. Maybe Emily's this evil thing. Ooh.
that's what we're talking about. Like,
Oh,
drowning,
dude.
You know, drowning.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Emily, if you're here and you're walking around, look at all the things you could actually touch and make go off just for, like, to let us know you're here. Why don't you just do that? Just do it. Or knock something off of a shelf or knock on the wood.
Tap tap of some kind.
Come on, Emily. Please.
Is Emily a human spirit?
I'm not so sure that I want to go to the school.
A boy was killed.
That's the
Tyler.
exactly the story.
What the?
Okay, so Emily, it sounds like you killed Tyler by drowning him. Where did you drown him? Like in the bathtub or in the creek? Where?
Yes.
Is Emily?
I thought I heard he shuffled back here.
Look though, is Emily a human spirit? Yes.
Okay.
So,
I think we're trying to make sense of this. That makes a lot of sense. That Emily took Tyler's life by drowning him. He was a kid.
Let's go back here.
Let's look and see if anything at all what moved. Oh, man. Okay. What was this? These doors open? Were those doors open?
Wait.
Wait a second.
Those had to have been open, right?
Okay, you're gonna have to look back in the footage, but look at the drawer, the doors, the door right here. You're gonna have to go back in the footage. This door here is open. That door is open.
Hold on. Keep rolling. Look, we'll do this on camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause this.
Okay.
Let's go look at this first.
We have to. Oh my gosh. Let's see if it's. We're just rolling back to the doors.
I'll affect you. Great. Why did I not film the door? Damn it. Yeah, it was open.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that would have been scary.
Okay.
But that door
Okay.
just rattled like someone was trying to fucking get out of
But
it.
those were open on going back.
Here, let's sit down.
This is, noisy room. We have to be really still.
Whoever's here, can you knock? Who is Emily?
Ears just popped.
It's creepy because this isn't a door to the outside. This is a locked, like, storage door.
Right.
Remember? Look at it.
It is. I know.
Something was like fucking knocking on it. I'm like, I'm trying to get out of it.
No, I don't want to open the door.
You can't. There's a padlock.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe there's a reason for it.
They probably locked the damn demon in there.
Sister.
Emily's sister.
In there? You think?
Dude, this is a crazy chain of event. All affect you, affect. It says all affect you and affect. Think about the choking. You already got affected. Emily's Tyler's sister?
What was your last name?
Do you think Emily is Tyler's sister?
That's what it says. Who's Emily?
Wait a second. No, Tyler's a boy. So. Holy shit, dude. Remember, this is an interior door.
I know.
Why not? And why is it locked?
Children.
Why is it locked?
Tyler and Emily.
Damn Emily. So, but
I like talking.
so.
Yeah, and it says children. I like talking. What was your last name? Carter.
Carter.
Tyler and Emily Carter.
Tyler and Emily. Come on. What'd you look up?
I'm around the water, dude.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm around the water. Drowned. So Tyler was 100% drowned. You feel it getting cold in here? I feel it like right over here.
Gosh, I wish I had the ability to have some Wi-Fi. Damn it.
Where did Tyler drown?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was that a whistle or? Yeah.
I'm not sure I heard the whistle. I heard something creak or pop. That could have just been them adjusting.
I know. I will flash the lights.
I was asking you in the other room, right?
I'm getting a headache up here,
See
dude.
flashing lights back there. Maybe lightning?
I'm getting a headache up here that's going down to my teeth. Weirdly enough,
the one
all
I've
of a
been having
sudden,
the last
like the
couple of
pressure's
days.
changing. Also,
Might be the storm that's
The
coming
hell?
tonight, actually.
what's up with this threat? What's up with this door?
Yeah. And it stopped.
I know.
Can you bang on this door right here one more time? Let us know you're back there. Shake this door. It's okay, we're not afraid. Anybody?
We can see you all. Okay. Hello?
Holly, are you here? Emily, are you here?
Just think when we were in here before. The bell was going berserk out there.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone off. This is what kind of happens. I mean, we got a lot of activity when we came in here. Right on the shoot with
It
the
was
SO.
kind of
It's
fried
just
out.
like figure, right? The bell, the yes, no.
Even this thing and the responses, it's like completely silent all of a sudden.
It's like nobody wants to talk right now at all.
Sit and listen. I was about to say we're about to move to another place. Alright, so we're gonna move to another building soon. We'll sit and listen for a second though. Can you please try to tell us where Tyler drowned? I lived right here. I lived right here.
Oh. It's coming from the end. But dude, I lived right here. Right? Something happened here.
We are sitting and listening as you said, so please make some sounds or anything. Open a door, knock, let us know that you're here.
Lake. Where did you drown? Lake?
Did it say lake?
Lake.
That was your last lake. It's like crazy.
And the lake is actually here.
There's a lake.
There's a lake
There's a
that we've been
lake.
talking about all week.
We were gonna rent a place on the lake.
What's it called? Lake Rockford. Rockford
Something like
Lake.
that. Something like that. Yeah.
Tyler, who drowned you in the lake?
What'd your thing say?
I'm innocent. Emily.
Well,
what
Emily
they
would be
all say.
innocent. If it's, his sister.
Or maybe it's
Oh, I know. You don't know.
Holly saying,
Just to
trying to eat drinks. We're in the dining room. With all the... Alright. We'll be quiet for a minute. Can you please try to make a noise?
Because we are going to leave very shortly after this. So if you want us to know you're here, acknowledge you, now is the only time to do it because we're going to be gone.
Please go left.
For me, that's
Out the door.
probably you. We're listening.
No response detected. Tyler, who drowned you in the lake?
We're listening. We're going to leave soon.
I'm around the water.
Again? Okay. This could be saying anything.
I know.
Mountains or grassland or the ocean or it's
The forest. Half the time we
Anything.
get responses about the woods.
anything. It's all been about water and drowning. We gotta ask or look about drownings.
We gotta stay in it until we figure out who drowned in the lake. It's like he's scared to tell us. Tyler, tell us the name of the person who drowned you in the lake.
Said no out there, man. Yeah.
Then I saw a flash of light, like the paralight.
That's what I told you.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, never responded, but I thought I saw a flash of light coming from out there. Where are you right now in here? Are you out in the front room, in the bedroom? Are you with us here?
No response detected.
Andrea. You got to sit in a folder. Sure.
Tyler, tell us the name of the person who drowned you in the lake. It is weird that it said Andrea, because Andrea Yates is like one of the most famous, probably the most famous mom who drowned all of her kids in a bathtub.
I just like, I don't know I did that.
Silence on these. To the very beginning. It's almost like nobody's found Tyler before. Nobody's tried to talk to him. They never investigate this house, really. We found Tyler. We got his name. He started talking to us. And then it was like somebody or something came in here and all the devices stopped going off.
Yeah. Killed everything. Including our SLS, which is right there. Which is stuck. So, you know, I just keep thinking, like, right when we came in once again, how much activity, just like bing, 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 bing. And now it's kind of been squashed. Oh, that just went out. It just showed it on screen. Literally just went out. But yeah, right when I said killed everything, all right, just killed that. But it's like silence.
Weirdly enough, Vicky. Andrea, Vicky, maybe it's giving us fake names just to get us to leave.
No.
Because this won't answer.
Yeah, what's it say? Non-response. What's it?
No response
No
detected.
Well, we're going to leave, and we probably won't be back. This is the last time for anybody here to communicate with us. Let us know what you want us to know.
Oh, dude, you know what's really fucking weird?
What?
Joseph Albert Wright. We got the name Albert on here.
Oh. It's Governor Wright. Dude, it's Governor Wright. Albert.
We got
He
it.
probably went with, maybe people called him Albert.
I know. We got it. We got his damn name and we didn't even notice.
That. Did you have it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In fact, this is his house. Albert? Governor Albert Wright, are you here too?
Can you shine on those back there? It's pretty weird that you got Albert.
I don't know. We're still going to continue in all
Interesting,
these
yes.
different buildings, but I guess for now it's like
No, it seems like that
whoever
down in
killed
there, yeah.
Tyler, either he can't tell us, he can't remember, or somebody's stopping him from telling us. So, future investigators that come to Billie Creek, you should definitely keep asking those questions.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
It is, no question.
He was right here. Maybe they brought him in from the front door and laid him down.
But I think there were more than just him in there.
Yeah. Emily, too.
There were like 4 figures that came boom, 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 boom.
Well, it also could just be just about anybody from this whole village. Doesn't have to be linked to the history of this house.
Right.
It can be any spirit from any of these places.
For sure.
Even someone who died and had their funeral and wake in one of the churches.
That's why it's so impossible to know exactly, but you just try to put together at least what we think it might be. And anyway, the viewer can make up their own mind.
You're talented.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right, Tyler.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you. Thank you. Okay.
I need to warn you.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
You said you need to warn us.
Oh, I got chills.
What is your warning?
Like, it's kind of an eerie, thing to hear.
I know.
I mean, what are you going to warn us about? What's the warning?
We still haven't even gotten to like the creepy house, like the Civil War house. I suppose.
Oh my God.
Evil one.
Right? It's just still just barely beginning.
This is actually kind of tiring. I mean, just for being able to watch.
Figure. They need to warn us about a figure. What the hell?
Danger.
Oh my gosh. Oh. I get a feeling of dread. I wonder.
Which building has more danger? My name is John.
No. Dude.
Oh, Joseph. Dang it.
But there's a John up here.
Yeah, John. Other governors.
John right there, Gibson. He's a governor. John Gibson. If you can get it. I can't get it, but. Wow, morning soldier. Oh my gosh, the first time.
John's here?
Another. John, the governor. When we were talking about, then the bell rang.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
What building is the dangerous thing in? The school or the church? Speak. The figure's gonna harm us.
What the? Are you kidding me?
Twice.
Oh my god.
Dude,
That's the warning. School. Oh, I'm telling you. In the earlier
yeah,
takes,
I'm talking about the buildings that
I
they're
was
going to
choking
again.
in that school. I kept seeing like you're training your camera on me. I'm trying to just cough it out or like.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? That's creepy, man. I mean, I don't know that I really want to be in there alone. I mean, the other thing I was thinking about is figures. I was thinking of the figures in the church. Oh. I'm thinking of Virgin Mary and Jesus statues and other ones in there, the baby.
Well, I mean, it is interesting that it's, what is it, desanctified?
Yeah.
So it's not, you don't have the protection, if you want to believe in that, of a church. And like we've said in our videos, when a church falls out of use,
Hell. How? How? When a church falls out of use, these dark energies love to take up residence.
I mean, you just said that. Like, what? A couple nights ago?
Yes.
We just talked about this on film.
Hell. Well,
Wow.
let's
That's
do
a
this.
crazy amount of evidence here. Okay, we are going to leave. So we're going to shut it down. Any last thing, Colin, you want to ask? Or
What's waiting in the school building for us?
oh, man.
Evil.
Oh my gosh. How consistent is this?
I know.
It could be any words
I know.
at all.
What's waiting in the church for me? It's like happiness, love, and light.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm telling you. That's a very bad.
Well, it's one of the OG, like, haunted buildings whose closet. Dude, the church has that creepy closet in there.
It does.
It's in the closet.
It does.
Mm.
You have to look in there.
Have to have
We can
peek.
always go together.
No.
Oh,
No,
shit.
we have to split.
I don't know that I really want.
What's waiting in the church for me? Secrets. Like the Freemasons and why they put the star in and everything.
Right. I mean, normally people like they split up and they. I don't know how this light was on. This eye's been on.
Yep.
I saw it in the mirror. Normally,
Follow us behind you.
I mean, normally you kind of go in pairs. I don't.
Not if you're going alone somewhere, buddy.
I don't know that I really want to go. Oh, the computer came back on. Weird.
Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart.
Never. Okay, I'm not gonna say never, but that's look at the sad face. I've never
Oh, no.
seen that ever come up on that thing, and that's starting over.
All right,
Okay,
let's go.
before we go, let it start up, and let's just see if it works. Okay, as long as they're doing something. Maybe are you playing with my device, Colin? Maybe this is where it wants to.
He died.
Oh, it's never gone off.
Dude, my
Dude.
thing just said he died. Oh, what?
Okay.
Look, I got all
Looks
this
like-
gear in our hand.
Oh my gosh, I'm like total chills. Can you see this on this camera? Oh, my hair standing up. Okay, what the hell? Just when we're leaving.
You said he died. Who died there?
Okay, should we wrap this? I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my hand.
okay, I'm gonna turn this off.
Pack up.
Okay, right when I was turning off, that went off 3 or 4 times. We're leaving. If you want to say goodbye by making this music box go off again. Okay, we gotta get out of here. I'm gonna quit.
Wait, let
Go-
me just see what it responds. If it says Tyler, I'm gonna freak out.
That's where we found I was just
I know.
going to say again. I'm sorry. Oh! Are you kidding me?
Holy shit!
Dude, I knocked my hat off.
Oh my god!
What? Dude, wait a second. How do I get this on there? How does it? Are you freaking kidding me? Where do you see it, dude?
Tyler. Oh, right when I said his
God,
name.
dude. What the hell? I mean, this is where we found Tyler, in this room, and now this music box didn't go off once. Oh,
Didn't know us.
I think we.
And dude,
Wow,
it's
this
crazy.
place is freaking nuts, man.
Check this out. Earlier,
Yeah,
I said, remember I said Ash?
yeah.
I said, when we were walking in there, it said Ash. And I said, my ashes are here. So what if Tyler his body was here somewhere? Or like his ashes got dumped here at some
Yeah.
point in history.
Yeah, well, anything's possible. Okay, I'm like blown away by Tyler on that.
Yeah,
Dude, really,
crazy.
think about that.
I know.
Any word or name could be said. That's not a.
Had enough.
Yeah, we have had enough, I think. We're going to move.
Well, he's had enough.
I mean,
That's
okay.
insane.
That, and again, say not only Tyler after you ask who it is, and then that is going off several times. It hadn't done it all night, right where we picked up Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And that freaking device says Tyler.
I know.
That program.
That's hard to believe.
What possible? I mean, it can't be a coincidence. I mean, I you know. Anyway, we're gonna go. Thank you for talking to us and giving us some clues on what happened. And we hope you stay here. Don't follow us. Rest in peace. Goodbye. Wow. I can't believe you got Tyler. I mean, that's...
I know.
That's... Oh!
Oh, boy.
Oh.
What?
This thing. Wow.
You're accepted.
Oh, my God. Wow.
And weirdly, it says Navy, you're accepted. You know, Navy, the water, drowning. What if he was a sailor?
I mean, I think you can go so many different ways, but when this says Tyler on here, look at that. Tyler.
I know, that's nuts. At the very end, too.
People were...
All right, guys, so here's the governor's house. This is where we were just investigating, and we were getting these responses about someone who drowned. So, real quick, before we do our solos, just take a look, all right? Let's walk over here. Here's the governor's house. Here's the governor's house. Keep that in mind. Oh, what?
I thought I heard something coming across their ass.
And look, once again, here's the house.
Water. Lake.
Flowing water. Flowing water where someone could easily drown. Right here. And the house is right there. It's literally right there to there. I had to show that because I'm like,
Right now.
that's so... It's the closest building to the water up over here.
I think as you look back at all that footage, it's amazing how consistent it was on the topics we were talking about.
I know.
Including water issues.
So trippy, dude. All right. First up, we're bringing Papa Spooks into the school.
Not what I want to do, but I'm going to do it. Got to push through your fears. And this one creeps me out. It's supposed to be one of the more active places here. Whew. Okay. Oh, I just... Ugh. Do you think I should sit up there?
Here we go. Split up
Okay,
time.
so here in the school,
Hops by himself.
all alone. And it's starting to come and go. Oh my God. What the heck? Why is this so quick already? Maybe you should exit. And it says, have not been good. Really, like you would say as a child in class. Okay, you told me that I was coming over here, that there was like something here for me that wasn't nice. Can you show yourself? Touch one of the lights we have setting up here, or make a bang, anything. Tell me something. Have not been good in the past? Have not been good in the past. What do you mean by that? Have not been good at what in the past? Belittle. This has not been good in the past about this area. Okay, I've been here before and I've been good. I haven't belittled anybody. I apologize if you feel like that's the case, but over there, they were warning me when I came over here that there was something evil waiting here. What is the evil thing that is waiting here for me now? I'm right here. Can you see us? I can't, but you can show yourself so I can see you. Show yourself. Show me where you're at. Make a noise at least. Where are you at? Wicked. Oh, I just heard a shuffle back there. Dude, this says wicked. It just said wicked.
Shadow.
Oh my gosh, shadow. Are you back in the back of the room there? You're saying you're wicked and you're a shadow. Where are you? Show me your shadow. This watch, can you see us? And then it says wicked. Okay, I can't see you. Oh my God. It came from right over there. Okay, did you make that pop that window? Go ahead and show me your shadow. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh no. Okay.
That was loud as hell. What the heck was that?
Oh, God. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. Oh my God, there was a... What the hell? Look at this. Ponder, presence will be known. When I left, it said, presence will be known.
Wow. Okay.
Killed them. Okay, you... Oh my God. Okay, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay in here. Killed them this time. Okay, are you a person
Papa Spooks is about to
that
jump out of
killed
his
somebody?
skin. Holy
Is that
moly.
who you are?
Those are some round ass noises coming from the other side of the building.
I killed him, are you sure? I don't know who you are. Where am I? I think you're in the back of the room hiding over by the window. Where are you hiding in this room? You made some very big noises. It was her. Okay, am I talking to the killer? I can't see here. Okay, am I talking to who killed Tyler? Okay, so everybody, I'm in this school, and Colin's over the road at the Catholic church.
Corners.
I asked them, where are you hiding in this room? This place is crazy. And it said corners. Corners. Like over in the window. Over there.
Where all that racket came from.
And back here. You can keep
Okay.
doing whatever you want to do here. I'm going to go back to the same thing. I said it earlier in one of the episodes that when I was doing a week at a Hindu ashram, I did ask the master yogi where demons generally reside. He told me in the corners. They hide and cower in the corners. And it seems like that's what we're dealing with. It's amazing, everything that I'm asking. This is actually super creepy though. I'm gonna come back here in just a second. What do we say here? You are compassionate? I don't really get why you'd tell me that, but thank you, I guess. Oh my God. These are some really loud noises. Unbelievable window back over here in the corner. Okay. Who are you in this room, what sort of entity are you? Mistaken? Mistaken, it says, not in here. Okay, I'd ask you, who are you in this room? What sort of entity are you? Can you please answer me? Oh. What the hell? Is it shuffling? Sensing. Can you come forward on these lights here that I have set up and touch them? Okay, it says, I understand you is what this says. Good. I'm not afraid of you. I feel like I'm protected by God, who is much more powerful than you. So I'm okay to communicate with you. I'm not afraid of you. Do you want to bang on the window again in the corner, or are you cowering over there? Okay, this didn't say what I asked it, but I said, who are you in this room? What sort of entity? It says, fallen. Fallen. Are you a fallen angel? Can you tell me if you're a fallen angel?
Send me an angel. Send me an angel. I can never hear this thing while it's talking.
Looking for, into the window again right there. I heard you. This says, this device just got insane. Looking for a way out. Where are you trying to go? Looking for a way out. Where are you trying to go if you want to find a way out? Tell me the place you want to go. It said here. This said here. Here. Okay, what do you mean by here though if you want to find a way out? Oh my gosh. This said beyond. Beyond. A way out beyond. Okay. Beyond where? What do you mean when you say beyond? Okay, guys, once again.
Freedom.
Freedom. Dude, it wants a way out, and it wants its freedom. It's like it's trapped here. Dark energy everywhere. Wow. This is so on the stuff. Oh, over here again. This, up here. Dark energy everywhere. Left too soon. This device is, I'm not going to show it again. Left too soon. Okay. It evidently appears that you're an evil dark energy here. You want to find a way out to get your freedom. Oh my God, it says open door. Open door. Open door. Okay. I'm not going to open the door right now. You will find the answer? Okay. Maybe it's wanting me to open the door over there. I'm not going to open the door. I'm not going to open a door here. There's just no way I'm going to do it. What is behind the door that you want me to open? Oh my gosh. Come here. I am not going to, I will not come there. I'm not going to open the door. Show me your shadow that you talked about. I asked you that before. Where is your shadow? What is behind the door, I asked. It hasn't asked yet. It hasn't answered yet. So once again, these devices are all separate technologies. That was me? Okay.
They have different wavelengths and everything, yeah.
So this is the school that we're talking about in the governor's home. About me coming to the school and there was going to be an evil entity waiting here. And it just seems like everything I ask
it fits that profile. That's open for discussion, is what this device said. That's open for discussion. No, I think it was pretty clear that you're an evil entity that's here and you're trapped. You want a way out. You're asking me to open the door, which I'm not going to do. Because I don't know what you are, but
it doesn't sound right
I'm
at all.
protected. As I told you
Sounds
before,
like
I do believe in God,
danger.
and that's more powerful than any evil entity. So I'm here to talk to you.
Pain.
Pain. The tub, it says on here, like drowning. You will find the answer. I'm going to ask what type of evil entity it was, and it said the word pain. Again, that's been very consistent down here. Right here is the word pain. You seem like you are here to inflict pain, or you're asking me to help you find a way out. Tell me what type of entity you are, though. What type of entity you are as far as a fallen angel, you know, an angel, a devil, a demon. What are you?
Oh, I heard that tap. No.
Okay, I don't know if I asked what type of entity, and this just said he. What do you mean when you say he as far as the type of entity? Be more specific.
Alone in the church.
All right, immediately hearing noises in here. Definitely got those on camera. Whoever's here in this church, my name is Colin. Levitation. And I'm here to speak with you. Any demons in here, you need to come out. In God's name, you are no longer allowed to infest this place. The ceiling itches. You are no longer allowed in here. Lend.
Malice.
From the ceiling levitation, please lend wisdom. Malice. So, I want to know, if you're a bad, angry spirit that's in here, did you come from the Freemasons?
Greater.
Greater Africa? Who's in here?
Every time I hear them say Mellis, I do question if they are calling me by
Like
name.
the covered bridge and the drowning? To anybody who's in here,
Paralysis.
Ooh.
3 knocks over there. Husby. Joe. Joseph at the last house. If you're a demon or a demonic spirit or an evil spirit, I am not afraid of you. Stephen. Wasn't there? Stephen's our tour guide who was in here with us. who is a Catholic himself.
Spectre.
Spectre. I met Charlie's off for a sec.
If you're a demonic spirit or an evil spirit, I am not afraid of you. I'm firm in my belief in God and a higher power, and I come here with love and light. Are you in here?
Seems to be making noises in here.
If there is someone in here, I'd love to see you move something in here for me.
God. The statues are creepy, dude.
Are you in here? Where are you in here? I've heard you a few times.
A story.
You want to tell me a story? Go ahead. Menacing. I heard something on the ceiling.
Malicious.
Dude, what the hell? A story? Menacing, malicious? Where are you? Come on, move something in here. Well, I just did turn around. Scan? I did just scan the room. I get an evil vibe from over here. You over there by the Virgin Mary?
Disease.
Where are you?
Keep looking.
Where am I? I'll keep looking, but you have to show yourself to me. You have to let me know where you are in here. Rail? Would this be considered a rail? You're right here somewhere?
Oh, it's cold right here, dude.
It's agony?
Interesting.
You back here?
Mistake.
I'm making a mistake coming over here? Clear mistake? Are you on the other side of this door?
Song.
What song do you want to hear?
I will go.
I will go? Is that a song?
I don't have my phone, so I can't look anything up.
Ugh.
I know you're behind that door. Lower? What do you mean by that? You come from hell?
Carpet.
Carpet? Lower carpet? Underground? What do you mean by that? In a carriage. All the Amish people around here?
Camera.
Do you see my camera? Right there. Open that door up.
Day by day.
Guys, I gotta tell you, this is incredibly creepy in here.
Yeah, it started off very creepy.
I
It got a
feel
little
like
quiet now just
physically
recently.
weird and like scratchy. Something definitely I don't think liked me when I was here earlier. I got that vibe. It's making it very clear that it's malicious. But it's damn creepy sitting here staring at that doorway. It just feels like someone's right behind me. Thinking like there's something on the other side of that doesn't like me. Just thinking about it, just pulling on it. And it's actually really cold all of a sudden in here. Like really cold. But I wonder how Jeff's doing.
It's been wild over there at that school. He's been getting some crazy stuff too here and there.
They are very near, is what this says. Okay, that's why I'm here.
Bit
If you're
disconcerting, but
near,
okay.
near me, you've come closer. Touch these devices, or show yourself. See me. It says see me. Where? Where? Where in the room? Show me. Unbelievable in the corner that that window had some huge bangs on it. Again, this device says pain. Pain on the top. This device said pain. Right here. Pain. They're very near, this just now said. So you're an entity of pain. I will look that up. I don't know if there's an entity that's known to inflict pain. This said, don't believe so. It sure seems like it. Okay, so once again, this is the classroom behind me out here, right? Had a number of, the window bangs were unbelievably loud. I kept hearing things. And again, this is the kind of thing that you can't get across to you guys, like how this makes your person feel. This just said child. So I came over here because we understood that Tyler was a child that was drowned. And the person or entity that drowned him or killed him, I got the word tub in here. So he must have been like in a bathtub, a young boy. Did you kill Tyler? It sounds like you're not human. Or you caused someone to kill him. Can you say something in here having to do with his death? Abomination, this says. Abomination. And this says, interesting concept you have. Okay, so you're kind of challenging me to my concept of what I think happened, but I believe you were involved in the drowning of Tyler, and you're an evil entity. You're a male evil entity that inflicts pain, which I'm going to look up, and you're trying to get out of this building. Like, you physically, like if I open the door, does that mean that you would escape out of this building? Does it mean that you'd escape if I open the door? It was me. It was me. So be specific. You're an evil entity, a male evil entity known for inflicting pain. Do you have a name? I don't think Larry is your name. What's your real name? For you to ponder? No, you have to be stuck here. You have to be stuck. Mind is playing tricks, is what this says. Mind is playing. No. Died in battle. Died in battle on the top there. Okay. There is the Civil War. We're going to that building at the end. A male that died in battle in the Civil War? That's an evil entity? I don't believe that. What if I said a prayer? I'm going to say a prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and forgive us. Wow. It's just like I got. It stopped me for. Oh, back here again. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Do not enter my thoughts on this. Tricks hurt them? Yeah, you are trying to trick me? Alone? Oh my gosh, okay. Oh. Listen to the shuffling. Are you on the floor? Once again, I am protected. I'm going to say a prayer here again. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. You never interrupted me there. You didn't get a chance to do it. Where am I? Okay, on this dice again. I'm not going to keep guessing where you are. You're in the room here somewhere? Woods. This says woods. Okay, you could be in the woods. I am dearest family member. Okay, once again, I'm gonna leave pretty soon. I believe you again are a male evil entity that inflicts pain. So I know who you are. I'm going to look that up. You cannot leave here. I'm not going to open the door and let you leave. If I open the door, it's me leaving only. You cannot follow me out of here. Do you understand? Do you understand that you can't leave? Cold in here. It is cold in here. So once again, I'm going to say a prayer because be fearful. I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful. You are the one. You are the one, it says here. Okay, again, you cannot follow me out. All I can think is to say a prayer that I know, that I say. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Oh my God. I'm actually. What the hell? This is my land, it says on here. This is my land.
All right, a couple minutes have gone by. I'm gonna do a DR60. I think maybe it's kind of creepy in here because it reminds me of Yorktown in Texas. If you guys know Yorktown, I've done that place, 5 or 6 times now? It really reminds me of that location so much. If you're here, make some sort of a noise.
I think I just heard something. What the hell was that? It's almost like a howl.
Who's in here with me? Whoever's in here, do you believe in God? It kept saying that something dark and or dangerous is in here. Is there a demon in this building?
What the heck? That don't give
Do you
the
like when
willies.
people come in here and ask questions? Do you enjoy this? Did you come into this building while it was a church or after they left it? If you're a demon, you're a weak little demon. You're not a very powerful negative spirit, and I hope you know that. Well, it is indeed seriously
That was loud as hell.
seriously creepy in here.
I have a headache now. Dude, I swear.
Holy moly.
I swear I hear it. The demon. Listen
That
to
was clear as heck.
As cheesy as that sounds.
Oh.
I feel like I hear it. I don't believe.
Yeah. I'm gonna make anything out on that side there. There's something's talking, but
There's a ton of noises all of a sudden.
don't go much care for that. That door is trying to open.
Come on! Oh my god, guys, there's something moved back there in that room. You could hear it. There's like a voice. Tons of movement. It got way colder in here. It sounded at multiple times like people sitting in the pews. I don't know if you've picked that up.
That was you maybe shuffling. I don't know. If it isn't you moving, then yeah, that's creepy as fuck. Seriously, that door is trying to open.
feels like somebody just walked up here, and it sounded like pressure on the wood, and I just got hit with a cold, dude.
Richard's saying, hate it, hate you. Whatever it is, it's very angry. Just screech. Hmm. Oh, that got real riled up. You got him angry. Man, you got that thing absolutely screaming at you.
All right, y'all. So it's been about 40 minutes since I left Jeff. It is way colder in here, and I'm like chilled to the bone. Those screams were very scary, and all the noises are creepy, so I'm gonna go get Papa Spooks. If you want me to leave, make a really loud noise and I'll leave. Bang on that door.
What you're good at.
Look at the lock. It's shaking.
All right, pull on that door really hard. All right, I'm gonna go get Jeff. I have the power of God, a higher power with me. You have to stay in this building. I thought I just heard something.
Let people know. Could be dealing with a entity that's connected to the land. That's what it must be. In the end, I believe I know what's maybe going on in here. An evil entity that's male, that likes to inflict pain, that's connected to the land. And you're trapped here, and you want out. But I'm not letting you out. I'm not fearful of you. So, I'm going to leave very soon. I'm here, though, to try to make contact with you. Again, I am not fearful of you, but I am going to actually look and see who you might be once I leave here. Okay, wow. Okay, look at guys. So you're saying, you said she, and you said she again. That's all you said, is she and she. Is there more than one entity here? Pray. Pray. Look at pray. Pray. She will return again, because I believe this makes you weak. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Once again, I'm going to tell you, you cannot leave. I will let you show yourself a little bit more time. You said a shadow. You want to bang on the window again in the corner, or let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm done. It is time. Okay. Okay, it is time. Oh, it is time to go. Right on time, Colin.
What?
Holy moly. Oh my goodness. This place is crazy.
What was happening? Dude, I had so much actually.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, okay, so this is the story. I kind of have to turn off this stuff because I've got to like stop it. I've said some prayers, interrupted me in the beginning, and I was able to get through some Our Fathers. But I think it's a male evil entity here that's connected to the land that inflicts pain. So we got to look up an element or a native, or possibly a native, evil spirit, male spirit that inflicts pain, enjoys to inflict pain. I had unbelievable, huge knocks on the windows, and I had actually shuffling on the floor like it was coming up here. That was super creepy. And I had stuff behind me. I mean, I kind of went through it with people on the camera as it was happening. I turned this around and talked to them. But the devices, your device quit, by the way. After I asked what type of entity you were, it locked up.
Really?
Yeah, and then it just come with alarms saying that it's no connection. It like cut me. It like shut off the connection. But in the corners and the shuffling on the floor behind me, shuffling back here, this place is, like I said, I just, but yeah, I mean, I wish I could go through everything with you. Look at this one on here says, pray. On this one, I can't. Now, what are you using with a question mark? You have to look at it. I'm kind of like, wow. Like in the beginning, the bangs, the shuffling, the door bangs. Oh, and it wanted me, it asked me that it wants out. And it asked, open the door.
Really?
Yes, it's in there. You'll see it. I mean, there's so many things that happen for me. It's like, I'm kind of like stunned. But I think once I actually kind of controlled my fear of it, I kind of like overcame that entity and took control, and I told him like God's more powerful than you and so forth. And I think it just subdued it, right? But it wants out. It literally asked to be let out. So you'll see that. Anyway, how about you?
God, that's crazy. Mine was really creepy, because remember how it said closet?
Yeah.
Or like secret closet?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Hello?
Kill.
Kill? I was standing in the center, and it was like tons of noises in that closet.
Okay.
And the closet's actually locked.
Yeah.
So I couldn't like open the door, but I could actually hear stuff moving in the room.
Wow.
And it was because I was like asking like,
you're not that scary. And then it was like you could hear it moving actually.
Yeah.
And I did a DR60 and it sounded like it was laughing at me and then really loud screaming.
Wow.
And just like really bad vibes over there. The noises in the closet though, I was sitting there pointing at it like this and you could just hear it.
Wow.
Like, and I'm like, God damn, this is so spooky.
Yeah. I mean, I guess once again, when you go back on mine, I got such loud noise that I almost couldn't believe it.
Yeah, got him jumping out of the seat at first.
You know, just trying to
He needed to take a breather and calm down.
I just kept thinking, like, God. And it seemed to, like, calm things down. So many, I mean, you just can't believe how many things came with all these 3 different things. Your app, this device, and this watch, again, had so many things that were the same. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting for me to see it back because I can't quite remember everything. But bottom line, a male evil entity connected to the land that likes to hurt things, or likes to inflict pain, rather, and that it wants out, right? So it means it's kind of here.
In this building or just on campus?
It wants me to open the door, like almost the door's open, but it's like almost like I have to like open the door for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like metaphorically, almost like, Yeah. But I told him I'm not letting you out. You can't follow me.
Good.
All right. So, yeah, crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I also had the pink spirit chat.
Yeah.
And it was. I forgot to say it was creepy as hell because it was like everything. It said malicious, malignant, ceiling, and when I looked up, I literally heard like right when I pointed my camera out, I'm like, is there something crawling on the ceiling? And then it said, I can't remember the word, but like crawl or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, are you behind me? And it went like that.
Yeah.
And it said turn. And I was like, what the hell? I just turned. And then it said scan again. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So there's something here that's like really intelligent.
Yeah.
And it's strange because the history isn't like bad, but it's like everyone always says, there's something like negative here.
Something very strange running around here.
Negative activity.
Yeah, for sure. This is 100% for me.
And even just like the people that worked here and stuff, like you don't really hear stories about employees that are so scared of the paranormal that they like won't go into places.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare. So they had to be experiencing some pretty like crazy stuff.
Right.
So, without further ado.
I can see, they don't want to go alone.
No. I guess, without further ado, let's go to the most haunted place where they say 90% of the activity happens.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like...
The place, the ground zero for this place.
This is nothing compared to what that house is.
I really am going to be... it's going to be over the top, actually. This is crazy right here.
I know.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but let's go. Yeah, I know.
I don't know, just driving up like ominously.
Look at it's all isolated way in the back here. Oh my God.
About the woods.
Wow. Here. No one lives here. This is just like. Look at the deer back. Those are deer back there. Look at all of them.
Remember he said you see him?
Oh my gosh. Look at them all back there. Wow.
Look how creepy that looks on this shot. I'm kind of on edge, honestly. I'm like a little freaked.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like horror shows, horror movies. This would be a fantastic location for a horror, true life horror. Right?
Yeah, who needs horror movies when we're in one?
This has definitely been a night. Now we're gonna go into this damn place. After we had a lot of stuff happen tonight. Like,
warning us about this evil man.
Yeah. I think you have to, stay protected, in your own head. Because it's something. It just exudes evil to me.
Yeah, there's definitely a weird creepiness about this area. Like this is like, I'm kind of like creeped out.
Yeah, like we were kind of talking, Billie Creek Village. I mean, really didn't think, we had way more here already than the Conjuring House.
Yeah, like 5 times the amount.
Or Lizzie Borden.
Mm-hmm.
Famous places. I mean, this place is freaking like creepy, and it's like active.
Yeah, we gotta go in here. Holy shit, that looks spooky on this camera.
Well, this is it.
All right.
Like the worst.
Yeah. All right, man.
Okay.
All right, guys, so this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. For years, I've been told about this place by so many of my friends. Jeff, Papa Spooks, you've had the same experience. So many people we know in the paranormal have told us that this is the pinnacle of the haunting here at Billie Creek, the old Civil War house. I know people who have run out of this place. I know people who refuse to come back here. And every single person, when you tell them about, oh, we're going to Billie Creek, it's like, that Civil War house is something out of nightmares, which you don't really hear about locations nowadays. Like, this place definitely has a stigma of being, like, really f***ed up.
What the hell is that? Oh my.
Sounds like Bigfoot.
Really? What kind of freaking creatures, animals are out here?
What was that? Is that a dog?
I don't. That's gotta be. It doesn't sound like it, but it's gotta be. Wow.
Anyways.
Yeah.
We're definitely a little bit freaked out to go in here.
Well, the village has already been really active.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a loud, weird sound.
So I think this is gonna get dark. It sounds like Bigfoot, dude.
It does.
It does have a very weird echo to it.
Yeah, driving up here.
Driving up here, like only right around 5 miles from here, a whole family of Bigfoot signs.
Yeah.
Like, evidently, Bigfoot must be here.
I gotta bring the tripod.
Holy moly.
Okay, here we go.
Raccoon! All right. To whoever's here in this house, we're just here to talk. We heard that there's an angry man, someone who was murdered. My name's Colin.
My name's Jeff.
Is there somebody in here with us?
Got a heavy feeling here. Dude, I forgot to tell you. On the device you'll see on the tape back in the school, Civil War.
Really?
Yeah. It says Civil War. Is anybody here with us? We're here just to acknowledge that you exist.
Should we just sit here for sure? Dude, this is like a very creepy ass house.
Yeah, you can say that again.
This is a very creepy ass house. Hello?
Major so far, but yeah, it is a little nerve-wracking, the quiet, the stillness of it. Ooh, what was that?
What? Can you hear that again? There's some kind of that's me. No, there's some kind of
Dude, this place gives me the creeps, man.
Okay, mark this for that growl then, because listen that it's there. Click. Can you let us know where you're at in the house?
Are you upstairs?
It's okay, you can come out and show yourself or let us know where you're at. We're friendly.
Are you in the kitchen?
I've just got kind of a feeling of dread in here.
I know, that's honestly so creepy.
I just don't, I just feel yucky.
I'm like looking at this door over here,
Yeah.
thinking like, what if someone just came running out of that?
I know.
We just want to know where you are so we can talk and help tell your story. Could you try to make a noise for us?
Can you knock on wood somewhere up there like this?
Oh yeah, that dog again, I hear it.
That's great. So are you over there in the kitchen area?
Are you in the kitchen? We kind of heard you in there.
so still. But it's like, it feels like something's waiting to happen, you know?
Yeah, it's like very cold in this room.
My legs are really cold.
It's weird because when we first got in here, I was going to say it feels warm in here.
Right.
And now it's like freezing.
I thought the same thing. When I walked in the door, I thought, oh, it's
Isn't that
warm.
weird?
Yeah. Now my legs, my lower body is very, very cold.
Should we go over into the kitchen?
Dinah. What a kitchen I go. Still making some weird noises.
Bang. Yeah. I feel him. What? I feel him over there.
Thank you. Can you make another noise if you want us to come over there?
think. Like, what is that? It's up here. Should we go in the kitchen? Oh, you hear that? What was that? What is that?
Dude, it looks so creepy on these cameras. Are you hearing
Yeah, it's just constant.
like a little
knock.
Like, yeah.
It's like,
It's like, I thought you were like
what the hell? I mean, this place is kind of tiring me out quickly. Okay, let's see the channel. Ugh.
I really don't know what it is, but it's like, there's like a
Yeah.
evil vibe, dude.
Yeah. I think it's how the rooms are partitioned off.
I know.
The walls and, this weird angling and stuff like that. This stairs are hot, the door. Like, I keep showing this is going to close or something. But let's go into the kitchen.
Oh, I dial first.
Oh, that was a pop.
What?
Just a pop, yeah.
That was funny earlier when that door was opening when we came in here,
Yeah,
and he was just like,
Right.
we're good.
yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. The door was opening.
Is there anybody in here?
Can you let us know if you're here? Use your voice, or open a door, slam a door, walk on the ceiling above us.
We'd love to see one of these doors closed. We've never seen that. I don't know if it's all the stories, but I'm like so on edge.
Yeah, me too. That's on. The feeling that I've got is kind of impending, like something's just going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like, ugh. Anticipation.
Stand by for reaction. Yep.
It is though, like really fake energy here.
Yeah. What the hell? What is that? It's the same thumping. That was. What's that?
Oh, I got like a chill, dude.
Maybe it's all the stories that I'm kind of freaking myself out a little bit. What the hell? It's above us.
Oh, I got like, dude.
Jesus.
Hello?
I'm not hearing like a lot of these noises. I'm hearing a few of them here and there, but not a lot.
It's coming from up there.
I know.
I heard that one.
Even louder. Oh. They're walking.
Up there.
I heard that thump too.
Oh, dude.
What the hell?
Can you try to do that really loudly, please? A little one. God, dude.
They're literally walking.
Can you hear our voices? feel like someone's like standing in here.
Oh, that's me. Oh my God.
Where is that coming from?
I can't tell if it's even below us or...
I mean, there's
nothing below us.
There's no basement, right?
But I mean, if something's walking right by us, or... Should we go to the... Did you hear it? Oh, I heard like a... Oh my God, you gotta magnify that sound. It's just so loud, like boom.
I feel, dude, I'm really creeped out, man. It feels like there's like somebody like waiting in this room.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Anticipation. That's what I'm feeling like. Like, where's those steps coming from?
And literally, all my hair is completely on end. You can actually see my goosebumps. Look at that. Hello?
Very much on edge, that's for sure. And I can barely hear them, so I'm not particularly overly thrilled, but there's a few good bumps here and there. I'm like, holy moly.
Hello?
Dude, if something really big happens, I'm just like, out of here. Can you stomp your foot on the floor? What the hell?
Okay, hi.
I get a smell.
Oh, I was gonna say coming in actually.
Like a weird smell. Try to do one jump up and down or slam one of these doors.
I'm going up.
We just go up.
Go up, okay. Freaking bat is killing me. Oh,
Yeah.
scary. This is just like, yeah. Months. Actually, just this place has made me a little bit sick. I mean,
Is there somebody up here with us? There's somebody in
Doesn't look
here.
to be
We want
anybody
to
there.
talk to you.
Hello.
That was really loud downstairs.
yeah.
Where are you?
Like that dog again.
Sounds like a piece of furniture.
Can you walk over to us on the floor? Let us know you're here. Just gently walk over. Can you do a knock on the wood anywhere like this?
Try as hard as you can to make a really loud noise. Please.
Booga booga.
It's like super cold in here. I know. It's like weird.
Hello?
Ooh. No, that's not
Sounded
dog.
like it said hello?
I mean,
I almost sound
Yeah,
like
it's
a
weird that
voice. Yeah.
Started to do that when we pulled up.
I know.
Still
can you
very
let
strange
us
that
know you're
dog's going
here
on, yeah.
with your voice or walking, shuffling, hitting the wall, anything, please? Shut a door. We just want to make sure that we let people know you exist.
My ears are kind of plugged in. Usually signifies something's coming. It's strangely so still. But yeah, it has such thick, for me, energy or air.
We've already been in here 40 minutes.
Really?
It's going crazy.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's do the Estes gang.
Are you serious?
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's
Really?
video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do
Leap ahead a few moments.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really want to wait here that long. Like it's like
I know.
like something big could just pop out of there. You know, this is one place I feel like something like could just like just come out.
I know.
You know, it's a different feel up here. Where's that from? Behind you. There's just a little place right there too. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I kept recording.
Okay, is there a chair in there?
No.
Okay, you got this out roll?
Yes.
I will pick that sound up.
Are you coming up the stairs?
Damn, I think we should get this over with. Kind of ready to get out of here.
It's fucking creepy. Hear that again?
Yeah.
What was that?
Wow, I was about to say, what was that? Heard something.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
What was that?
Okay.
What was that?
Did it come from that door? Oh God, what's happening? Did it come from that door?
It came from the stairs over there.
Stairs again?
Give me the stuff.
I like the,
Dude, this is
I
creepy.
like the goggles actually.
This is really creepy, being in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna do the Estes method right now. I really have to tell people online, it's really bizarre because we filmed in some really evil locations, but there's actually something here that is like really uncomfortable.
unnerving you
dude.
like
Yeah.
constantly.
Like,
it feels like.
not in a,
Like, again, I'm not hearing as much of it as they are,
ghost hunting way.
but I can definitely
Like,
see
there's
where
something
if they're
here
hearing
that's,
that
like,
stuff
legit
constantly, it would be having
scary.
them on edge.
So I'm on edge. Like, I'm like really nervous.
Not to
for
mention
some
that
reason.
dog has been going on and off ever since
Let's
they got
do
there.
this. You ready?
I'm ready. Okay. Again, we're trying to figure out who's here. Can you give me a clue on who you are?
Owls.
Okay, we heard owls. I think,
Eden.
before. That's interesting. Eden. What do you mean by Eden? Like a biblical sense?
I'm actually having to practice some deep breathing because I'm like, actually like, man, it really feels like there's somebody. I'm getting the vibe of a woman in a white dress standing over here.
So tight.
I'm really getting that.
Okay.
Oh,
Is there a woman in a white dress there?
private.
Who's here?
They need me.
Okay, we're trying to understand who is actually here. There's supposed to be a bad kind of malevolent spirit.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, who are you? Would you say you're an entity? Non-human?
Nah. The girl. We were kings.
The girl, we were kings.
You're a fun bitch.
Okay,
Oh.
no, that doesn't sound very
That doesn't
nice.
sound very good for the lady, no.
Do you live here? Do you live here all the time?
It's crazy. On that.
Okay, I'm trying to get you to answer me. We'd like to know who you are. It sounds like you stay here.
Can I come in you?
No.
It's
no.
chilly.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Cannot come in me. No, absolutely not. Or come.
The
or
breasts.
come. No. Who are you? We want to know like who you are. Do you have a name?
Weird.
Leave Ed.
Leave that. Okay, we gotta look that up. Where are you from, Leave It?
I've always been here.
Always been here. So again, I think.
Oh man, a woman's voice. Come down for me, big boy.
Okay, are you connected to the
Yeah.
land? Oh. Okay, Leave It.
It's mine.
The land. Okay. So you think this is all yours?
I don't know if you're feeling it, but I'm feeling like some vibration on the floors. Just to point that out, that I'm feeling that.
Okay, so evidently your name is like,
He's the one.
Leave It.
I'm not your average poltergeist.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so.
Maybe you're more than a poltergeist then, obviously. What are you? Can you give me more of a clue of what you are?
They call me the Ripper. I don't know.
Okay. So, Leave It. It seems like you're
Admiral.
a poltergeist, more than a poltergeist, so a spirit
This must
connected to the land. What else can you tell me about yourself?
was a bum.
That almost sounds like Beelzebub.
Come beautiful for me.
Always talking really weird. So you've always been here. You're probably connected to the land.
What the
hell?
It's you.
A woman keeps coming through. Ugh.
Okay, that's creepy. That's creepy. You know, at the other school I had she and she.
Watch out for him!
Okay, so I had she and she at
He's a monster!
schoolhouse. So maybe we've got a few people here. Entities.
Somebody's over to my right.
Okay.
For sure.
Is it a woman that you feel to your right yet? You said a woman in a white dress.
Emma?
Emma? Okay. Emma, who are you?
Taking all night.
Emma, who are you?
Demon. Oh, a man's voice, like, damn.
Okay, do we have two entities here? A demon and an entity connected to the land? That's more of a...
You're old.
Has Emma been...
Ugh, it was just like a Vincent Price. Like that kind of like, oh.
Is Emma a demon?
It's mental.
Are there two...
Poser.
Poser, okay, so not really.
You're dirty. Ugh.
Ooh. Yikes.
Prove it. Tons of shit all of a sudden.
Okay, you seem like the evil one that's here connected.
La la la.
Was Emma one of your victims? Was Emma someone you abused?
Oh, there you got me.
Okay. It's not very
You
cool.
pesty little.
I can see his eyes, which is creepy through those goggles, which I can't. So why are you here?
I'm Iron Man.
But why?
I'll always win it.
Do you have a connection to the Civil War at all?
I shot that bitch.
Are you talking about Emma?
16. It recently infected me.
Okay, you might be thinking back from the Civil
Oh man, that was. I wish you could have heard that. It was like, listen to the sound.
Okay, it sounds like it happened at 16. Are you
David?
David. Did you die in the Civil War?
You know, I'm feeling the woman is gone, but I'm feeling like a shadowy man right here.
Okay, once again, I think there's two spirits here, two entities.
Oh, and then a voice. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Ugh, and then.
Okay,
This is very creepy,
I think the
man.
male voice is with the poltergeist, more than a poltergeist, connected to the land.
Joseph.
Okay, Emma. She's still there.
Here.
Is Emma a demonic entity?
Baptismal.
Okay. Is Emma a demonic entity? The woman
I'm
to
thinking
your
more
We
right.
like a
got fat
succubus.
rolls.
Because
Yes.
Emma might be a
Condoms,
succubus.
sir.
This other thing that's after her constantly saying horrific things seems to be
Who's
a regular
talking to me?
demonic entity. And then there seems to be
My
some
name's
fanboys who kind of got themselves gotten that
But I
don't
believe
care
there's
Oh,
anymore.
hello. Aren't you fun?
Okay, who are you? Who am I talking to?
Rock and roll.
Who am I talking to?
Boston.
Okay, we just listened to Boston earlier.
Just a worker.
You're just a worker. I don't think so. The man.
A mutt.
Okay, it seems like it's always the man. The.
For David.
Okay, oh, David again. Who's this David? Why do you keep bringing up David? Were you a human at one time?
He's a big old man.
David, a big old man. Okay, I still think there's two entities here.
You're garbage.
Okay, that you keep sounding like the one same guy. The main.
He wants war.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't go in there.
Okay. So it sounds like maybe you perished in the Civil War, and you turned into some sort of spirit or entity.
Oh yeah, David.
David again. Okay, so David, you must have been David. 16-year-old killed in the Civil War. I don't know what happened to you, but you're connected to this land. Maybe did you die here in the Civil? Did you die on this land?
Maybe.
Couldn't wait to get to heaven. I swear I just heard Colin Gabriel.
We're in. Trying to think again how this would work. David.
I heard David again. And Dave.
There you go again.
I don't know what that is.
I think David. I think you're brought up 16. You said more than a poltergeist. I think you.
You're insane.
No, I believe David. You used to be.
Oh,
human.
now I'm feeling someone coming over to the right.
Okay, I think that's that
Except,
Emma character.
I hate to even say it, but it feels like some sort of like lizard creature that I'm seeing.
Okay, I believe that's.
And I'm getting really cold over here, man.
Okay. I really think that's a demonic,
From Hinsdale.
Demonic. Okay, Hinsdale. Very much connected to the demon in Hinsdale that they did. Okay, is that?
Don't let him in.
Okay, do you go by Emma? Are you
Move now.
Are you masquerading as Emma? You, yes or no?
Told you, boy.
No. Well, tell me again. Okay, I believe we've got two spirits here.
Choking cold. Dude, that choking thing, and then like.
I don't know if the two of them were somehow connected in life. Emma, that entity, were you?
See ya around.
Emma, or at least that's who you're impersonating. Seems like demonic.
There you see me.
No. And David seems like you died in the Civil War at age 16.
You should have been aborted.
And the two of you, you had a baby together?
Alphaba.
Did you actually bear a child?
Dude, there's
together?
movement on the floor that I'm feeling. On my cord, I think. I don't know what just happened, but
I
that
think
was
they're
fucking
meeting.
weird.
Are the two of them meeting?
Save me,
Okay.
Mark.
Mark of the devil, maybe. Demon. Are you guys
Hear me,
together here? Emma, if I'm going to call you that, and David?
Mother.
Are you two guys here? Emma and David, going by those names, but I believe
Tonight.
you're kind of stuck or you're attached to the land here. Maybe you both perished here and you've turned into kind of I don't like the smile, like a fallen angel type thing. Oh God, he's a creepy looking guy. Oh my God, I'm getting shivers, dude. Dude, don't have that look or I'm gonna, hey, thank you. Oh God.
37.
I see that on film.
Dave.
Okay, Dave, I think we've established who.
Who's Dave?
Okay, we've got established that.
Heard the name like 20 times.
Yeah, David, 16-year-old, died on the battlefield of the Civil War here. You're attached to the land. You're maybe buried here. But Emma, it sounds like
Nah.
someone that might have died at the same time.
More than 150.
You maybe had a child together. Can you tell me if you had a child together?
Man, I swear to God, dude. This is so creepy. I swear, somebody just tapped on this like this. Oh my god, dude. I actually have to quit.
Okay.
What the
Alright.
fuck, dude?
Wow, really?
I swear to God. Oh my god, my whole f***ing body, dude.
Jeez. Wow.
That was so creepy. I thought that was you.
Wow.
You didn't...
No, I've been here the whole time. There's been some noises, yeah.
Dude, it was literally like...
Weird.
On this... Like, I could, like, hear the tap on my thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my god, that is so freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would freak you out if you realize
What
nobody's
happened?
next to you, but
Okay, yeah, I
kind
don't-
of stuff.
I'm just trying to piece together what seems to try to make sense out of everything. But my feeling is that the presence of an entity here was actually a David who was 16 years old and died in the Civil War here in this land. He's connected to the land. But I also feel like there's a second entity to your right that's a woman. That was a woman, but has taken on, I don't know how it works that way, but if you're a woman and you become almost like a demonic figure and death, you know? But they were together. They had like a child together. But like he's like talking like it should have been aborted, like the child. And it's like they're both here. You know, there's two that are here. I don't know, I couldn't get to how. Going by Emma, I couldn't tell if it was for sure Emma though.
That's
If
just
it was
it.
just
I'm
like a
thinking it
story.
was a succubus or an
But there's
incubus.
two entities.
And
So I
maybe
don't
it
know
played
how
the guy.
It works. Do you know how it works? Like if you're a human and you die tragically,
Change and
but in the
afterlife
afterlife,
to
can you
that
turn
extreme, I have
into,
no idea.
Like a fallen angel, or can your spirit become corrupted by evil?
I don't know.
Did he rape her? Because you said So it's like he raped this Emma. They had a child together that should have been aborted. So I think there's those two entities trapped here, both with an evil, you know, they become evil. So, but I don't know what.
Time has corrupted them somehow.
Okay, I don't know how we put it together of being, you know, human and you become evil, you know?
There's definitely something negative here.
Yeah.
So maybe
But I
something
think
negative
there's
behind
two,
them.
There's at least the
corrupting
two
them.
main ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they might have been connected in life, right?
That's what
now
they
they're
said.
now they're connected in the
Remember?
afterlife.
That's the whole thing, is those people had those things come into them. Here.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The two man and woman.
Oh, what the hell?
You didn't remember that?
Not until you just said it.
It was in
That
this
makes
room.
a lot of sense, dude.
And
Oh
there's-
my god, that's crazy.
Remember there's like I want to say like 16-year-old slave.
Dude, you know what I got the feeling again is like they're right by you, like on either side of you.
I
Like
was
I'm
getting
asking if they're kind of meeting up on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot about the ones that said that they kind of entered their body.
That's what he said.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That would be interesting to find out a little more. Like, did they think they were connected at all? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in life? Like, were they human to start? Or
You can text him.
I'd like to know that part. You know, like, how does it work when you're human and you pass? There's an evil component to you. I don't know.
Right.
What's that called? I don't even know. Like in the afterlife, can you become a demonic or an entity?
Interesting concept.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what that would entail, but it sounds like he maybe raped her. And they had a baby that he wanted.
Something
to be
about their
aborted.
relationship went toxic. Things were horrible, and now
The story about them being possessed.
in the
I think we should
afterlife
get
they
out of
become
here.
horrific
You had
things
a
that.
really creepy smile on your face too. I was gonna actually tap you out when you were doing that.
Yeah, that I was like feeling like I need to make that face.
Yeah, weird.
And these goggles, really, if you stare at them,
Yeah. Yeah, it can kind of make you see stuff.
I hate to even ask, but one more time. Can you make a noise for us?
I think we should call it a night. That was creepy.
I'm like really
I
creeped
feel like I
out.
kind of want to get out of here. Here, I'll take my noodles.
Almost time. I can have dinner. And I can
Billie
upload this video.
Creek. Billie Creek is one of those places that I've wanted to investigate for years.
Seems like an interesting
and
place
let me
for
tell
sure.
you,
I
think
like the
you
fact
can
that they
tell
actually have a
after
sensible
watching this
plan to get
video,
this place up and running
did
again.
not disappoint. While we were investigating the property, we seemingly uncovered brand new mysteries. Who was the boy who drowned, who we were picking up in the governor's mansion? What's up with all the names that kept repeating? What's the dangerous, dark thing that haunts the Civil War era home? Once again, I say this in every single video, but at the end of this, we were left with more questions than answers. And I think that that's honestly what the paranormal is. One big question. If someone tells you they have the answer, they're lying. Because nobody does. That's why we do what we do, why we go to places like this, spend long, cold nights investigating, searching for answers. Because nobody really understands what's going on here. And that's the beauty of it. It's life's biggest mystery, what happens after we die. But through every investigation, I feel like we get a little bit closer to an answer. I thought this was a phenomenal investigation. So
some interesting
if you
stuff
did
for
too,
sure.
please let me know in the comment
Very
section.
interesting
I
area.
always look forward to hearing from everybody every single week. But anyways, y'all, we have another incredible video next week at the Jim Jones Church. That one is incredibly dark. It involves cults, murders, and one powerful, definitely malevolent entity. Anyways, y'all, have a great rest of your
There we
week.
go.
Thank you
There's
so
some
much for
spoilers for
tuning in.
next
I
video
love each and
here.
every one of you so much.
In a couple of
And stay
videos, I
spooky.
should say. We'll see if we can get twins in tonight. Otherwise, we should be able to get it in tomorrow at some point, the next day or two. So that said, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the reaction here. It's slow moments, but honestly, some very interesting stuff and some really weird stuff coming out of that radio, and also all that crazy noise making that those things do. I don't know what it is, but wow, that ain't normal. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you all again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the links down below for the original video. Also, check out the links down below for our live stream channel, our social links, and also for our lovely merch store where you can find shirts like this available for you right now. Order ahead. And with that said, thank you again for joining us, and I will see you all again next time. Pleasant dreams.